folks, to session 16 in the Grimpunk lands of Terra. Last session, our woeful wanderers continued their quest to Caer Boldor to find Hoffrey Ghostforge, the first of Choom's colleagues who, with a bit of luck, can potentially remove the shards from each of your heads. En route, Dandin received several messages from Fortunato, the Morensian merchant you rescued from his sewer prison. Fortunato informed you that things are happening back in the city that may be cause for concern. Apparently, an Imperium ship sailed through the misty reefs unscathed, carrying the Lord Inquisitor Krevax, one Magister Faustus, and even Imperator Kiova herself. There are rumors abound as to what this means, but Fortunato believes that Benedict Augustinius Pimbatum is likely caught up in this and potentially negotiating some kind of treaty or alliance between Morensia and the Imperium. While this is certainly troubling to learn, you all have little choice but to continue your travels, and that's exactly what you did. Arriving in the small farming community of Hallsberg, you restocked and enjoyed a small break before the final day's trek to Stenwald. However, as Dandin played with two of the villagers' children, Elias felt a familiar shiver run across his scales. Seems as if your luck in evading the beast had finally run out. Despite manifesting miles away, walking in and out of the material plane, the beast's aberrant influence was strong enough to warp animal and humanoid alike into twisted monstrosities and cause acidic rain to fall from the sky. While Elias struggled to save as many as he could from the corruptive influence, you all ultimately galloped away from the twisted remains of the village on Bethany. Thanks, Bethany.
Shout out to Bethany, guys.
Shout out to Bethany.
No.
This getaway would be impossible without her.
Riding hard then for the rest of the day, you have finally reached the city of Stenwald as the sun begins to set behind the Rock Teeth Mountains. And that is where we are now. As you all ride up and approach the city, how are you all feeling? What are we doing?
What's
going on?
It's like just become night, right?
Yes, yeah. So the sun has just gone down behind the mountains. It's, like 7 o'clock-ish.
So we are required to report a thing that we're not supposed to talk about.
You know that is the law in the Burok Empire. It is mandatory to require all spottings, and yet you are also prohibited from discussing the beast. And I think that therein lies the key distinction. You are allowed to report this to the authorities, to guards, or to someone important, but if anyone catches you talking about it, not in that circumstance, you will be in trouble.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
So would it be like just the first guards we see, or
Probably, yeah.
Probably? Okay. Just checking in. I wanted to know how that should
absolutely
be done, what our customs were there. That simplifies a lot of things. My second question is, what do those people who make those reports usually have to go through? Do I know? Are they typically like sent to discuss things with people and then not seen again for a while or ever, possibly?
You spent a decent amount of time in Burok, John.
Yeah, at least
go ahead and roll me a history check.
Sure.
And you can also help with this or contribute if you wish to Elias, as you also spent a considerable amount of time in the Burok Empire. Ooh, Elias. Load up that inspiration.
Hot.
But
Elias, you have seen and reported sightings of the beast many times. John, what did you roll, by the way?
Oh, I rolled no modifier, a 17. I rolled well.
17. John, you have never reported a beast sighting yourself, but you have been with people who have had to do that before.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to be in quarantine for like 8 weeks.
No, certainly not. You're not going to be placed in quarantine or anything. In fact, you can just report it to the nearest guard you see. They're going to take down the information, and it's then their problem.
Oh
It's
my
going
god,
to basically
hot.
get passed up the chain, up to the Hearthkeeper's church. So, like, a pretty high level of officials of bureaucracy in the Empire.
That actually do their job.
Holy
Exactly.
shit.
So this is just gonna go up there, and someone else is gonna have to deal with this. You're not gonna. In fact, they would prefer if you don't deal with this or don't pursue this any further. It's
Sure.
report and be on your way. Don't discuss this because it's illegal to.
Cool. I wanted to make sure that we didn't get like a mandatory,
No.
stint in the chemical showers that we may or may not survive.
No.
Burok had some. We don't know too much about most of these nations from the primer.
No, there's no need to do that because the beast does not exist. So.
Oh, of course.
worry.
That makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
There is no war in Boston, say.
Yeah. So
Pretty much so.
I guess
they
I'm
don't
just.
actually do anything about it. Or...
Yeah. Well,
Elias?
they'll do something about it, just not to us.
Yeah. Somewhat complicated by the fact that, Elias, you are currently carrying with you the preserved mutated wolf head and aberrant corpse organs and organic matter. So, John and Elias, you know that if you go and report this and they notice that you have any of this, then this is going to become more of a problem. That is, at the very least, going to be confiscated, probably just burned. So, John and Elias, you don't want them to spot this shit.
Yeah, you're gonna have to like bury that out here, Elias. And I point to the corpse in your mouth. The head of the corpse.
Dissected. And...
Right, you dissected them. You dissected
Yes,
and
it is chopped
preserved
up,
them.
so
That's true.
If you are keeping it like in your bags and shit, that's probably
Okay.
the call. You're gonna want to hope
Fine.
that they don't,
You're
check
chilling.
your bags or anything.
Right, just say it's like I don't know. Say it's like rat or something. And you were practicing.
Rat.
Oh, no. Dandon, you had something?
This is a did I I'm remembering from a few sessions ago. Is this like I'm sure it's a major city, it's the capital of this part of the empire from what I heard.
Yep.
So I'm sure there's a diverse populace, but is this like a primarily gnome and dwarf town? Or...
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Stenwald is probably close to like 50% of the population is split between dwarves and gnomes. And
Okay.
then it is part of the Burok Empire. It's not
Sure.
Cair Boldor, which is separate
Right.
and just like a dwarf hold. So it does. The other 50% is broken up between, like humans, tieflings, like
Got it.
kind of halflings, a more wide kind of scatter shot.
As we're approaching the walls and getting ready to go in and all that stuff, I am going to put up my hood, and as I do, I will recast Disguise Self again, and this time I'm just going to make my features slightly more lithe and give myself pointed ears, and I'm just gonna make myself look like me, but a gnome. And then I'll just be like, cool, I'm gonna blend in.
Awesome. With Dandon's disguise in place, Elias, at this point, are you wild shaped? What's going on with you?
I think I was in wolf.
Gotcha. Are we remaining in wolf form?
Going to the city.
Yes. Yeah, you are basically about to enter into Stenwald.
Do we know if they know anything about like there's
About what?
like wild shape or the sort that they know?
A larger city, certainly there would be individuals who know about druids, about magic, more generally speaking. And Stenwald in particular, because of individuals such as Artem Drago, reminder, this figure who leads a band of individuals who have voluntarily infected themselves with lycanthropy, would definitely be aware of, basically recognizing a wolf that is just walking with others is probably not just a wolf.
Okay, I'm just gonna stay in normal.
Gotcha. So you go into Elias mode.
Corey already said no to storing.
No corpse storage in the booba pocket.
Yeah. What a bummer.
It's illegal.
I don't want anything crawling out of my chest.
No. No.
It's perfect preserved.
Doesn't matter.
Nothing's leaking.
You obviously haven't studied otherworldly beings as much as I have.
Awesome. As we're approaching then, asking you, the players, what's our plan then as we head into Stenwald?
I want to find an inn
Yes.
that is not the Red Dog Inn.
Oh, that's going to be tough. No,
I
Like
do
how?
not-
worry. In a city like Stenwald, there's absolutely going to be multiple Red
I want
Dog
to find
Inns.
a
It's like
nice-
a franchise.
I want to find
You
a
will
nice
also,
inn.
you will also likely be able to find.
I want my own bathtub in my own room.
Yeah.
I want a nice inn. I want room service.
Gotcha.
Fucking bougie up in here.
Awesome. So it's going to be staying basically for the night and then heading out the next morning.
To Caer Boldor. I think we wanted to
Caer
grab
Boldor.
some things
Some
in
supplies,
Stenwald.
yeah. Restock.
Yeah.
I-
We might head out later in the day.
It was thrown
Depending
around
on
at
how
one
long it
point,
takes.
right? There are desires to acquire firearms.
Mhm.
Stenwald,
I need
capital
iron.
of black powder production and production period for the Burok Empire. So
Can also
There will be-
Wonder,
long.
hey. Sorry, go ahead, Kyle.
also need to pick up any other things that we need to transfer an enchantment to my goggles,
correct.
as well as
Supplies.
the rest of the tinkering things that I need to attempt to make retractable wheels on my shoes.
Yes.
We can
That-
take a
that-
day to stock up for a longer journey.
That one is easy. The wheels will be easy. I've already got a mechanism in mind.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was designing something in case one of those two lost a limb. The hinge
Sure.
is very similar.
Yeah, right.
Awesome. So we'll be stocking up on a variety of supplies, resting, and then heading on out to the second half of the journey. Sounds good. You approach, then, Stenwald. It stands tall and resolute among the peaks of Hermannstadt, or the Rock-Teeth Mountains. It is the capital of the province of Rowland, the industrial heart of the Burok Empire. It is this spiraling, tiered city, definitely the largest you have seen in some time, passing by small kind of communities along the way. Compared to Norencia, which is fairly sprawled out over its island, Stenwald is not overly large, but it is very vertical. It extends maybe like half a mile up as it winds around this mountain here. Holy shit. Sorry, there's neighbor upstairs jumping around.
Are they?
Yes. This was a thunderous boom. So you see Stenwald, like I said, it resembles a spiraling staircase carved from granite and marble, adorned with statues along as it winds up. For Elias, you would certainly know that the various levels of the city denote the residence and its purpose. So beneath the city, there are subterranean mines under the mountain that are the domain of miners and explorers that provide the city with its raw materials, ores, resources required for the different forges and workshops. As the first level on above ground, there is the Stenwald Grand Market, this like labyrinthine maze of stone buildings. And then above that, you'll start to find the estates of the aristocracy and the wealthy merchants and artisans. And then finally, there at the top of the city, at the peak, there is the Quartz Palace that looms above all and is the seat of the Archduke Ulrich Eisenherz. As you approach the walls of the city, you see that there are a pair of guards standing watch outside the front gate. There's a dwarf and a human, and they both are wearing these metallic masks over their face. As you get closer, you can see that there are like small filters and tubes connected to the masks. And as you approach the city and the wind blows some of the smoke and smog and pollutants of this industrial city, you very quickly realize why as you start to hack and cough. Pollution in the city is out of control. It is very hard to breathe already, and you've just been standing here for a little while.
Okay. Do I have in my bag of holding? Do I have any like masks of any kind? Like any scarves, anything that we can cover our mouths with?
You would probably have scars, yeah. And
Yeah.
in fact, you're looking ahead of you. The people ahead of you in line have had the similar idea. They've got scarves or patches of cloth that are held over their mouths.
Okay. I will pull out some scarves and hand one to Dandon. Tie this around your mouth
I
and
have
your
a scarf.
nose. Oh yeah, you do. Never mind. Not. I will
He's good, yeah.
hand it to John, who is in front of me. And Elias is now no longer a dog, right?
Oh, was never a dog.
A wolf.
Oh,
I'm so
wolf.
sorry. A sinewy, gross, lizard-like
God.
wolf.
An apex canine.
Facts.
Are you a man again?
shit.
Cool, you hand that over to Elias then. Awesome. With these scarves over your face, it is slightly less toxic. Still not great breathing quality. Air quality here is very poor. The line proceeds largely without stop. The guards are simply glancing at people as they come in. Again, Stenwald, this industrial heart, plenty of trade coming into and out of it. Guards glance at you briefly before waving you into the city.
Chooms, I should let you all know of something.
And what might that be?
I'll lean down from the horse as we ride by. There are dangerous creatures in the woods. And I'll let them know that, what was the town we were in before?
Allsburg.
The village? Allsburg?
Allsburg, yeah.
Allsburg seems to... not be there anymore.
looks at you for a moment, slightly perplexed. Buddy gives him a nudge, and then looks at you. Right, yes,
Do I need
Well-
to speak plainer?
I think we understand. Proceed inside, don't worry. Stenwald is safe.
I will just nod and kind of. I don't even need to give a little kick to Bethany because we are psychically attuned. So she will just start moving forward. We're out of here.
Awesome.
Go. Let's go find an inn.
As you enter into the city, you see that you are in the heart of the industrial level, and you probably can tell by the smoke and smog. There are workshops, forges, factories, all spread out before you. Above, you can start to see as you wind your way up, you start to see some of that grand market, as well as most of the inns, taverns, and shops required to suit the city's visitors. And then as you just look up, it starts to grow wealthier and wealthier. Immediately to your left as you walk in, and starting to beckon, some of the visitors are basically making their way right away. You see that there are some stalls selling different kinds of masks. There are like cheap scarves and fabric masks, not too dissimilar to the ones that Corey pulled out for you all. But then you also see that there are some that are being advertised as magically enchanted to filter out pollutants that last for about a week before requiring re-enchantment. And then there are also, in a more secure stall that is being guarded, there are also some of those mechanical masks that the guards themselves wear that claim to filter out 99% of all pollutants.
I have a question.
Yep.
Would I be able to replicate the mechanical mask if I looked at it?
You would have to investigate it, certainly, in order to try, and depending on your check, you may or may not be able to, yes.
I also have a question that may be pertinent to this.
Yeah, what's up?
Do I have any chooms at the factory that might be willing to let a couple of those slip?
Oh.
What are the odds? What are the odds I know a fella here in Stenwald? I surely would have been here many times over a decade.
Yeah, the military would have brought you here frequently.
Often, yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a d20. On a 1 through a 10, you do not. On 11 through 20, you do.
1.
Oh,
No.
natural 1. You used to many years ago. First of all,
He's
a
dead
problem.
now.
And last, you think back to your last time. You heard from a friend, someone you were serving with. He got busted. He got busted and thrown in jail.
Ooh. Okay. So I do have an additional question then.
Yeah.
Is there like an army surplus, like a legal one in Stenwald? This,
Yes, there absolutely would be.
yeah, this feels like a nation that's totally got like an army surplus store. It's like
Yeah.
down the street from the actual factory.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like not even totally down the block. Like it's right next to it.
Yeah,
Or
there is
something.
a Stenwald Arms and Armor.
Amazing. Well, those are probably a ripoff, and I like point down the road to said location. Or towards said location, or I guess up, probably.
Yeah, slightly up from most of the factories here, not too far up though.
There's a spot a little higher that's got it's army surplus, so they should have plenty of those for a far more reasonable price. And we should get them. The air quality here is terrible.
Does the smog only stop where the line of the bureaucracy is?
You know that as you go up, there start to appear like essentially like windmill or like fans that they use to try and purify the air. There are some basically at the top, the final layer before the like inns and taverns becomes the homes of the aristocracy. Those places would probably be fine. It's just once you go lower than that, you would have to be dealing with the pollutants.
Right. We want to go shopping. Yeah, lead the way. Let's go.
Yeah, does Stenwald have a populous nightlife, or should we probably find an inn first and just make do in the morning until the morning?
Business goes around the clock here. Forages, everything's going to be open. And in terms of nightlife, not really a city for entertainment, because it's a city of industry and profit. There's a healthy helping of crime.
Keep your purses close.
Many of which is not even dealt with by the city guard, which is dealt with by Drago's people. So
Amazing.
it's not infrequent to find a thief or someone who was an assaulter like torn apart and just ripped apart by a werewolf.
Hot. Yeah, we should hit up some shop and then go to sleep. Get some dinner. Sleep.
Absolutely, Kyle. Cool. So we are heading for an inn then, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You start making your way up, leaving behind the factories and forages. You start to climb. You arrive at the second level where the Grand Market is, and push on from there up to the third level where you're going to find most of the inns and taverns. Corey, immediately you see the first inn is a Red Dog Inn, much to your chagrin. But after a little bit of looking, you find a place called the Chalice and Toad that looks a little bit more your speed, a little bit less corporate.
Fuck that corpo rat swill.
That one. I would like to stay there. You all don't have a choice. We're staying there.
Oh, goodness. You heard her, Bethany.
Very well. And Bethany leads you on. You arrive at the Chalice and Toad. You see that there's a stable hand ready and willing. Actually, willing, perhaps not quite the right word for this person once they take in the sight that is Bethany. You see just kind of approaching with the usual gusto and then pauses, pale slightly, takes a step back, takes a breath, takes a step forward. Stabber for your horse, sir?
Don't worry, she's well trained. Just don't approach her too quickly from behind. Make sure you make some noise.
Wouldn't dream of it, sir.
Yeah, you really got to be careful. And my disguised self doesn't have a hand anymore.
Okay. Do horses even eat meat?
No, she spat it right back out.
Somehow that's worse.
God, I dismount the horse and hand her off.
Takes Bethany's reins, and very gingerly begins to lead Bethany away into the stable.
I telepathically tell her to get some rest and keep an eye out.
Don't you know, a good warhorse always sleeps with one eye open.
You tend to sleep with both, so I think you'll be all right.
That's because I am a great warhorse.
Fuck yeah, you are, Bethany.
You are Bethany.
Tell this little shit that if he doesn't bring me apples with my dinner, well, one hand will be the least of his worries.
Oh God. I recommend apples. She's been ridden hard. There was trouble on the road.
Right you are, sir. Oats as well.
Plenty.
Awesome. And you head on inside. Head on inside. Oh, wait, where are we here? You head on inside. Clientele here, pretty bougie. You know, most travelers honestly would just go to a Red Dog Inn. You can't really beat their prices.
I don't care.
Yeah, looking at like prices, for example, here, not great. You know, 25 gold a head a night. That is, you know, inclusive of your meal and everything, of course, and a complimentary breakfast, of course, and a bottle of wine. But, you know, that's still.
For 25 gold a night, a motherfucker better be rubbing my feet for me.
I have a question.
Massages are, of course, extra. There are different packages you can get. It looks like there's a sauna room that you can rent out.
I have a question.
But 25 is the baseline. Yes, what's up?
Is this so? Some inns, some hotels, if they know that there is a important event going on for the individuals staying at the hotel, they will provide like a bottle of champagne or wine complimentary to the room. Is this one of those establishments?
Give me an insight check.
Thinking really hard about this.
23.
On a 23, you notice that like the vintage of the wines that are being offered to the guests is like really new. This is like not great wine that they're giving out. What that means?
I don't like it
You
cheap.
think that, yeah, it's not. Again, like the vibes of this place, like everything is pretty expensive here, in good quality. It's just on handing out newer wines. Maybe this is like a vintage the owner doesn't like, and they're just getting rid of it.
Question, Blake.
Yeah.
As this interesting turn of events is occurring, and I'm looking at the prices of this fucking bougie ass tourist trap.
Yeah.
Where did the boys sleep off their hangovers when we were in Stenwald? Because you couldn't go back to the barracks drunk.
You wouldn't go
Of
back
course
to the
not.
barracks.
Or it would be a court martial right there.
John, you look at Corey. You guys spent a lot of night at the Red Dog.
Are you fucking kidding me? It can't be. It can't be the only good place around here.
Bar. Chain.
Every now and then there was like another bar you guys went to, but the Red Dog I think is like McDonald's.
I don't
Like, you might not like giving them money, but especially when you're drunk, nothing beats like McDick's, right? Nothing beats a Red Dog fucking breakfast in the morning, like the eggs, the greasy sauce, like it's
Well, I think this is your only other option, so choose.
Fine. I
Take the
Angry.
kids with you.
Pardon?
Nice night. Dan, do you have a nice night? Enjoy yourself.
Kind
Go
of
ahead.
cutting out there, bud.
I'm gonna be God.
Every other word you're saying is cutting out, Geo.
Yeah.
You
I'm
need
sorry.
to speak
One sec.
up.
The Elias voice is hard on mics.
Yes, it is. Is this better?
Yep.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Or is it the voice?
It's a little bit the voice.
It's the voice. I'm just gonna have to hug the mic.
Get in there, buddy.
Just really face fuck the mic and
Guess
get
you'll
intimate
have
with
to
us.
Whisper into our ears. Oh no.
Daddy.
Stop that.
Take the kid and have a good night.
Oh, are you guys going to
Enjoy.
go stay at the Red Dog? You're so sweet.
Fuck no, I want to be pampered.
Fine.
I already boarded my horse.
I have an idea. I will go up to the counter.
Yep.
And I will put on my best act.
Yep.
And I will just hello. I am hoping that I would be able to stay with my new husband. We just arrived from Charlotte. But I do not, how you say, I'm very new to this. So, I was wondering, I come from where the wine that you are giving out comes from. And I am wondering, because I am a newly married young bride, if it is possible, if I could possibly get a more selective account.
You see the gnome behind the counter. So you just want a different wine? Is that it?
S'il te plaît?
Yeah, we could take a look at what we got. One moment. I'll speak with the staff.
Thank you.
Walks away and returns after not too long. Yes, of course, we could provide alternative bottles. My manager did want me to inform you that there would be a possible upgrade charge for this. Is that something that
Oh,
we're interested in, or?
I don't know if, I don't know if
For a
you will-
newlywed, surely you couldn't make an exception.
Go ahead, and the pair of you either give me each persuasion, or one of you with advantage.
Take it, Jacob.
Sorry, I have to tab over to John. I was on the map. It's a good roll, though. I rolled 19 on the die. 25.
1 sec.
How are you doing, December?
Sorry. All right. Yeah. What did you get in the persuasion?
25.
Oh, goddamn. Certainly. How are you so persuasive in this moment? This gnome is just looking at the two
Oh,
of
the-
you.
I think he just kind of like leans down and he like puts an arm like kind of cutely around her shoulder, like not like holding her in any huge manner, but you know, like the way couples will kind of like side hold each other.
Yeah.
Really just laying it on thick.
Yeah.
And just says what he said there. Just
Yeah.
Surely you couldn't make an exception for a newlywed couple.
Dandin, Elias, John, and Coralia, you all hear Choom come on the mic. I fell into that role pretty easily, eh? And you see the gnome just looks at the two of you. I don't don't tell my manager this. And then just slides the menu basically across and says, why don't you have a look there at the selection and let me know what you want to pick. And we'll see if maybe a bottle falls off the cart.
Thank you.
Merci. Thank you.
Oh, no, keep down.
Sorry,
I'm sorry, there's nothing I could do for
I'm
the newlyweds. But
I'm
policy
very
is policy.
upset. I'm very frustrated. This is very important to me. And starts like full on squeal crying.
If you're gonna cry, don't do it here. Other guests to tend to.
I will also slide him 2 gold.
Oh, yeah. Pockets the 2 gold. And has passed across as well your room key. Were we wanting individual rooms, a group room?
I was thinking a like one of those ensuite rooms. So there's a center room and then individual spaces.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. And are all 4 of you going to be staying here?
I'll pay for
Talk about a
Dandon.
Red Dog. Cool. Dandon, Elias, are you staying the night here? Even if you're
Dandon.
not here right now.
Do you need us? Do you need us to pay for your night, Dandon? Or not Dandon, Elias? Do you need it? Do you need it, Chum?
I can
We
pay
have
for
so
my
much
own,
meal
but
money.
I don't want to.
You
I'm-
don't
I need-
want to.
I'm gonna be looking for information, basically.
Gotcha. Cool. So, a ensuite with 3 rooms is what we're settling on? Or do you want to bite the bullet and get the 4th just in case?
Elias can sleep on the couch, like in the suite, if he
Sure.
decides
Yeah,
to come
That
back.
makes sense.
I can
Cool,
sneak
we'll do
in.
3.
Don't worry.
Yeah. We'll put a candle by the window.
Cool. So that'll then be 75 gold. 25 from the 3 for the 3 rooms.
I'll drop 50 for Dandoin and I.
What is
Gotcha.
the third? What are all of the wines and what are their like? Do I know what types of wine they are and what would be good?
Oh, I don't drink wine. I need ask
You need to remember this.
Oh,
He doesn't drink wine.
no, that's
He's
valid.
a beer guy.
Jamie. Yeah.
You drink beer.
I would like.
There are reds. There are whites. Merlots. Sparkling wines.
How about the third most expensive one?
There's a bottle. There's an expensive looking bottle. You see, in fact, it is labeled as it's got like a good berry infusion.
Ooh,
So it's
Yes.
it has like literal healing properties to it slightly.
that's one.
To the number of like 1 HP. Cool. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. And I will.
yeah. Very quietly. Right. There'll be 3 knocks at your door in about an hour.
Okay, I will go up to the room. Yep.
Cool. Corey's going off up to relax then. John, Dan, and Elias, where are we heading?
I need some iron, and preferably at least a mask for all this
Yeah.
god's forsaken smog.
Are we going shopping at night?
Yeah, the nightlife's pretty prevalent. Just keep an eye on your purse.
I'm actually going to drop most of my stuff off at the room.
Sure.
The majority of my junk and extra money.
I
Yeah.
have
Actually, you know
7
what? I
silver
can-
Pieces.
Yeah, you'll be fun.
You have
Does-
7 gold pieces?
I have 7 silver pieces.
Oh.
Does
Gotcha.
the master bedroom in the suite have its own very large bathtub?
It does, yes. Yes.
Cool. I'm taking that room.
Sure.
Bye, Corey. See you later.
Typical.
Corey's going for a bath. Cool. And then we're going shopping.
Come on, lads.
Elias, you said you wanted to pursue info, or are you going with the lads for now?
I'll go with them for now.
Guys, night
You head
out.
on
Woo.
out.
Oh, wait. And before as she's going up the stairs, she stops and turns around. I need you to get me copper and magnesium powder. Please.
Is there a quantity or like a
Can we-
lot?
A pound of each.
Sure.
Awesome. And we set out from there then. Make your way down the spiraling tiered city from this district of merchants and taverns back down towards the grand market. Again, this labyrinthian sprawl of shops, stalls, everything here, the market of Morencia, most stalls and shops are built of wood. Here, stone is the material of choice. What are we looking for in terms of shopping?
I'm gonna check out that surplus store that I keyed into earlier.
Sure.
I'd imagine they also probably have guns, so that's where I'm getting my stuff.
Absolutely. At a discount as well, especially if you show, your your
My
equivalent of
military
your
ID.
Military ID, yeah.
A vet card.
Amazon returns.
John at checkout.
Do you guys take military? Have a military discount.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Honestly, Dandon, you can probably find a fair bit of tools that are decent at a fair number of things at that location. And bombs. You should be careful with those ones, though.
I probably shouldn't carry bombs.
Probably not a good idea, no.
That's a very big thing for you to say.
It's very adult of you. I'm proud of you to say that.
I just and I light up my hand with a sacred flame. It's like,
Yeah, I know. I've known plenty of people who are far more volatile and far less wise about that.
Cool. You make your way to Stenwald Arms and Armor. You see
Yeah.
there are several on or off duty soldiers and guards heading into and out of the place here. Lots of traffic in and around the military shop. Walk inside then. We can make some of this pretty quick. What are we looking for in terms of items for you all? Guns, yes?
Yeah, I want, if it's possible, a shotgun I can wield in a single hand that's going to make them make a save, because my deck sucks.
Yeah. Okay, where's this?
Or maybe even, it doesn't have to be a shotgun, it could be a fucking Gatling gun if those are present. I remember that little dwarf that had that. That shit chewed me the fuck up.
Yeah, so a weapon like that.
That would be very
that's like-
expensive. Yeah, that's like,
Not just expensive. That's
Illegal?
Grimstar tech.
oh,
That is
oh.
not Stenwald like Bureaucracy military. That
Mm,
is the Sky Dwarves in their steam
interesting.
ships and their mech suits.
Okay,
That's
good to
their
know.
shtick.
That's good
and
to
then,
know.
again, that's using like Arcanite, which is this closely guarded trade
I see,
secret and
I see.
resource.
I
you
didn't
can
know if
find-
there was an analogous weapon that just used regular bullets.
There have been attempts made,
I see.
certainly, and maybe like there are prototypes, but they're just that prototypes, not
I
yet in
see.
circulation. So you won't
I
be able
understand.
to find it here. But you can absolutely
Understandable.
acquire like a shotgun. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna strap it to the inside of my shield, kind of shit.
All right.
And one of those masks for the smog. It might be useful later for other things too, probably.
Absolutely. And then Dandon, what are we looking for you?
so. I have a set of tinkerer's tools. It's a screwdriver set that Corey gave me. I would like to purchase a bit more to make more of an actual tinkering tools set.
Yep.
But maybe like gnome sized, because I'm small.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would also like to purchase, if they have it here, an herbalism kit as well.
Okay, so Tinker's tools, you said,
Mm-hmm.
and an herbalism kit.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. And
Oh,
Elias, was there anything you were looking for in here?
Anything interesting?
Lots of firearms, certainly. There's a lot of like raw materials and gadgets like grenades and shit, caltrops, stuff like that. There is more like mundane, like adventuring gear. You know, there are like pots and pans and like grappling hooks and a lot of that kind of stuff. I
About
think
that
for
mask.
more interesting, you know, like items, you probably want to just browse the grand market itself.
Okay. Yeah, probably nothing here.
Cool.
And just double checking, this is
Yep.
this is more of like a surplus general good. This wouldn't be where I look for parts and stuff, right? That would
No.
probably be more the
Like,
marketplace.
That's the market as well, yeah.
Okay.
So you'll be able to find the tools you're looking for here,
Hmm.
the materials itself. That'll
Yeah,
be
for sure.
the market. Alrighty. And then John, did you have something else you were looking for?
no, my question was answered. I will get that stuff at the general marketplace.
Cool.
Do you want me to track ammo or
For firearms, yes.
yes? Okay.
Yes.
Do these?
All right. I will buy 2 boxes of ammunition, whatever that equates to.
Okay.
I might buy more. How many would that be? What's your ballpark? They sell them in boxes, right? Right? Me, the American, to other Americans. That's how guns.
Yeah,
Yeah,
word.
right.
Oh, I think
Yeah, that's how ammunition's sold.
I think it depends on what you're looking. So basically, if you're looking for the like blunderbuss,
Essentially, I'm looking for
yeah.
like scattershot shells. I'm not looking to aim this thing. I'm looking to level it in a direction and pull the trigger and make them worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah, so in that case, you will be looking for. Oh, there's also. So let's start with the guns you can get.
Okay, yeah.
You see that there is a blunderbuss itself, 2 hands, shotgun
Hilarious.
style. You turn and shoot. It's gonna scatter, and people you shoot at are gonna have to make a save.
Okay.
There is a hand version of the blunderbuss, which can
Yeah.
be used in one hand, which you're
Nice.
looking for. Then you also see there are what are being advertised, and you've seen these in use. There
Oh.
are dragon pistols and like a
Dragon
dragon rifle,
Okay.
both of which fire like dragon shot, like explosive, incendiary rounds.
Very interesting. I would have to aim those though, so I think the hand blunderbuss sounds pretty good.
Awesome.
I can let the witch play with it one evening when she's bored, if I want it to be better.
Sounds good.
I'm sure
Oh,
she'll
yeah.
cook something up that's very entertaining.
And the ammunition is fairly cheap, especially here in Wald.
Good to know. Blunderbuss.
All right, so the hand blunderbuss is gonna roll you back for 50 gold.
50 gold.
50 gold
Nice.
here. You do indeed have to show your military ID. But you are able to buy that hand blunderbuss for 50 gold.
50. Gotcha.
Yep.
And what's the ammunition for it gonna run me? Let's say I want like So it's a single shot before I have to
Single
reload
shot,
it? Yeah. Classic blunderbuss style. Let's say 50 shots worth.
50 gold.
50 gold? All right, so grand total 100.
No, sorry, 50 silver, which
50
is
silver, 5 gold.
5 gold. Yeah,
So, gotcha. Heard.
that is
Done.
cheap. Jesus.
Hey, man, ammo's not expensive around these parts.
Yeah, again, truly black powder capital of Terra.
Facts. I'm not seeing a hand blunderbuss. I'm seeing a blunderbuss, but not a hand one.
We dealt with this for December.
Yeah.
On D&D Beyond, I think you'll
Yeah.
have to use like whatever version of a blunderbuss they have for like the the Matt Mercer
Just
version of it or
Like
whatever. The
Exandria blunderbuss. Yeah.
And just respec it like in customizer notes for the stats of the Grim Hollow version, which is 2d4
Gotcha.
piercing.
2d4 piercing. Gotcha.
Yeah, if you look in that doc that I shared a while ago, or the player's guide, it has the information on that.
Gotcha.
We can deal with that later though.
Understood.
Cool. As for Dandon, go ahead and roll me a d10 for the tool and then a d10 for the kit.
For the tool, it's a 4,
So it's 40 gold,
and for the kit, it's a 2.
20 gold. So 60 gold for both your Tinker's tool and your herbalism kit.
Coralia, take 60 out of the communal fund because I took some with me, but I just, I'm not worried about it right now.
Mark,
you're good.
Mark.
And then this is just me not knowing how much walking around and buying stuff we're gonna have to do. This is a surplus store. They have a wagon.
You do indeed see that there is a sign for some wagons out back.
It's like a wagon that maybe one horse could pull.
Yes, absolutely.
One absolutely yoked horse.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'd nudge John. It's like,
What?
do we want to be the traveling alchemists? Is that what we're doing?
I mean, not all of us are alchemists, so we might have to work on that branding.
We can be a traveling apothecary between what all of us can do.
Yep, we'll work on the branding. Sure.
Okay.
Be a good cover.
You see 35 gold for a wagon.
Easy.
And would that wagon be large enough for us to ride in and carry all of our stuff, or would it just be
Yes.
cool?
The wagon weighs 400 pounds.
Oh, it's a bit okay. Yeah.
So you know that it'll be a pull.
Sure.
If you get stuck, you might be a little fucked. But
Yeah.
with Bethany,
Right.
and what you know personally about Bethany's personality and determination, this will not be a
Sure.
problem.
Could
You're able to ride along as well.
Could we just get that taken care of and just have them drop that off at the inn tomorrow?
I inquire if that's
Yeah,
a possibility.
Yeah, you see the guy behind the counter. Yes, we can have it delivered to an address of your choice.
Awesome. I'll drop him the address of the it was the Queen and
The Chalice
something?
and Toad.
Chalice and Toad. Yeah.
You're a little sick of red dogs
The
every once in a
callous
while,
and
you know.
chode.
a little rich for your blood, no?
A little.
I've always been more of a red dog man myself.
Because it's charms.
Well, cool. You buy your supplies. Surplus. There are also supplies like rations as well. If we want to top up on that, I don't know how much we burned through. I can't remember how much you guys bought in.
all of
Lynchburg.
them. They're gone.
Cool. You want to restock on
all.
that then? So again, in terms of the travel to Caer Boldor, depending on the pace at which you go, where is this here? So the normal travel pace, right, is 3 miles an hour, 24 miles a day. It will require you about a week of travel to get to Caer Boldor with
Gotcha.
your wagon and everything. If you want to push it or drag it, it'll be adjusted accordingly by a
The
day or
nice
two
part
in either direction.
about Bethany is that she doesn't have actual lungs, and or blood because she is a spirit horse.
Yeah.
So we don't really have to worry about her getting tired.
Sure.
That's just
Yeah.
just a nice thing.
And then if you are going slower, you can basically be taking stealth checks to kind of remain hidden or obscured,
Gotcha.
hide signs of your passage. If you're pushing and you're going fast, you have a penalty to any perception checks you're making while traveling. But yeah, it's
Makes
seeming
sense.
like about a week from here to Caer Boldor. Cool. Buying rations then. A week's worth for 4 people.
Week's worth for 4 people, yes.
Cool.
So I have a small question, Blake.
Yep.
About the rules on this, because I see it says range 20 to 30 and then line 10.
Yeah.
What is that?
So that means basically it shoots in that line of 10, and when it hits, it cones. I think it's explosive. I think.
Holy shit.
I'd have to double check the properties on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the scatter property, which means that you measure the weapon's scatter range from the square it hits. Blah blah blah. Creatures other than the original target that fall within the scatter range must attempt a dex save.
So is the scatter the 10-foot line?
Yes. Yeah, I think
Gotcha.
is what it's saying. We could talk about that and figure out the details later.
Yeah, understood.
Cool.
Forgot how in depth they made the guns in this, and just properties for weapons in general.
Yeah. Cool. All right, so it'll be 5 times 4 times 7. Uh, 15 gold for all of your rations. I got it at a pretty hefty discount here. So that will be 7 days worth of rations for 4 people. 28 units. Cool. You make all of these purchases. You see that there are a few in the back out behind the shop getting the wagon prepped to get sent over to the Chalice and Toad. Let's cut back over to Coralia.
Yeah.
Coralia, you head on upstairs, draw yourself a bath. It's nice
Actually,
and quiet. Oh, go ahead.
after I know that the boys have left,
Yes.
I will drop some things off. And if you wanted to have Choom pop in while Corey is about to leave, you are welcome
course.
to.
What's going on? I thought it was time for a bubble bath, Corey.
No, not ours. Mine. You don't have a body.
Well, yes, but I can still experience sensation through yours, you know. All you have to do is let me in, Coralia.
You're a
Did
dirty,
that-
gross
Is
little
that
man.
too much? Oh, no. Oh, yes, huh. I did phrase that rather poorly, didn't I? What's on the agenda?
Well, unless you plan on letting me in more often, I will need to expand my spells. So,
Ah! Oh, If only we had access to my spell books, Coralia, we could unleash magic most devastating on this realm.
Chum, I'm pretty sure your spell books are things that are locked in the Theager's libraries that are never to be read again.
I'm pretty sure they burned them.
Worse.
Yes. Worse considering there were a few custom spells in there. You don't know how long it took to figure those ones out.
You don't have the ability to make your own spells.
Well, that's what you think.
There's no possible way for someone to have the ability to make their own spells.
Coralia, you forget. I do not believe in words like cannot or should not. It's a mindset, you know.
I'm going to find a magic shop and an apothecary, and I'm going to push the gnaw out of my brain.
Sounds good. You don't mind if I tag along, do you?
I don't think I have a choice.
You're right, you don't. All right, let's go. You know, I've never thought much of this place, Stenwald, but it's got a certain industrial grit, you know? I feel like if I had fingernails, I'd be hacking at them for months to come. Just like I'd be hacking up the smog of this place. Nothing to add?
What do your
Tough crowd.
fingernails have to do with your lungs?
No, I'm saying that I can feel the grit and the smoke as it falls down.
You're
There's
not very good
dirt
with
to the place.
analogies. You should
What do you
stick
mean?
to facts.
Analogy is like a hat on a.
Stop talking, Jim.
I think I hear the lads calling for me. I'll be right back. Cool, Corey. You head on out then.
This
You're looking to
annoying
copy
little-
down some spells
Yeah.
and acquire what at an apothecary?
I am gonna look for some herbalism supplies. So different things that I can administer, you know,
Sure.
simple healing with. Yeah.
Yeah. Grand Market, place to go. You'll have to head down a level.
Okay. That's fine. Onward we go.
Cool. You head down to the sprawl of stone stalls and buildings and begin to look for... It's not hard to find an apothecary, certainly. Go ahead and roll a d10.
Ten.
10. Whew. Grand Market, you're dealing with some inflated prices, certainly compared to the surplus of Stenwald's arms and armor. 100 gold for the kit you're looking at. It's the best you can buy, you know.
I'm just starting to learn how to do healing and whatnot, and I've been studying under a holy man, and I don't want to disappoint him. But
Yes. Well, you're as only as good as your tools, you know?
yes,
And why would you want to acquire tools that are anything but the best?
Can I? Boop, boop, boop. I'm gonna just see, because I have fancy things that I haven't gotten to play with yet.
Then go ahead and also give me roll a d10 as well. One more d10.
Who's rolling that D10?
For Corey as well. This will be for your spells.
7.
7?
7.
Let's result. You said you wanted to do something else here?
No, I will cough up the 100 gold. It's fine.
Cool. Cool. You
For my spells.
pick up the kit, and then for your spells, you find a magic. Stenwald is certainly like technology over magic. However, you do find a stall with a wizard who is advertising and selling access to various spell books. You, on that 7, if you drop 70 gold, you will have access to 7 levels worth of spells that you can copy into your spell book. So if you want to copy, you know, for example, a 3rd level spell and 2 second levels, you can do that. 7 first levels, you can do that. Your choice.
Fuck yeah. Absolutely. 70 gold, easy peasy.
70 gold.
That's
yeah,
so cheap.
Pretty good deal. You see the wizard guy
That
here.
is a good deal.
Yeah, he is looking. Look, he doesn't see a lot of business, and he is just happy to see someone who's come into the shop at all. Is very eager to get some business going. So you can go ahead and start looking at those spells and let me know basically what you want to take.
Yeah. I will look at those spells. Can I ask the mage something?
Yeah.
Mage to mage.
Yes. What is it?
What do you know of Martorius?
Oh, Martorius, oh. Well, yes. Me and him go way back, you know? Yes. I taught him everything he knows. Yes. But no one believes me. He's a hack. He stole everything from me and left me nothing but this shop. Yeah.
Is this guy crazy?
Roll me a insight check.
Dude, 100%. This guy's fucking nuts.
19.
19. He sounds utterly convinced himself. Whether or not you believe him, I think, is up to Corey. From what you know about Martorius,
He's been around forever.
Martorius is very fucking old.
Yeah.
Yes. Hundreds and hundreds of years. You're looking at this guy, he looks like older, certainly, but, 70s.
With a 19, do
Yep.
I know whether or not if I feed into this ego, I could get more spells out of him?
I think yeah, certainly. You could probably massage a few extra out.
He just left you here all by yourself.
Yes. How did you know?
Well, it makes sense. He's got Castle Mortorius all to himself. I bet it was your castle before it was his, wasn't it?
Yes.
Only
yes, it was.
someone with as beautiful a mind as yours could have constructed such a feat of engineering.
All right, we're laying it on a little thick, Corey. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check. Let's see how persuasive you are.
That is a 22.
All right, I'm gonna roll insight for this guy. 22. Jesus, he's gonna have to crit.
Come on.
Fingers
Fail.
crossed.
Fail.
Yes. It's good to see someone takes me seriously.
I would really appreciate if you'd let me study more under your hand.
Yes, of course. Let me teach you. My signature spells. Have you ever heard of? Who am I kidding? No one has heard of this spell. Have you ever heard of the magic missile?
How do I swing this? Hold on. Fascinating. Would I be able to look over your spell books, please?
No. The last time I did that was with Martorius.
I will place a hand on his, and I will cast Enthrall on him.
Go for it. What
On
does
a
Enthrall
wizard?
do?
I am going to, it is a save. And it is, a wisdom
Here we go.
save.
Wisdom save, and then
Yeah.
if on a fail, they have disadvantage on checks to perceive any creature other than you until the spell ends. Spell ends if you are incapacitated. So it's basically you are going to become their world.
Yeah.
As you remove.
Do you,
I
have you
see.
heard,
I
have you
see.
heard the Stalker's Tango?
What?
On,
Is that
on,
to
on,
Me or
no, the song is called the Stalker's Tango.
It's a
Eh,
wild song.
It is a wild,
wild.
song. You should look it up.
Okay.
Because
That's
that
what's
is
happening right now?
basically what is happening right
Gotcha.
now. And
Sounds good.
from her, if he fails, I will explain what it looks like.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and roll his save. Homie has a +1 to this roll.
Fail, you fucking loser.
No, you're going to
Loser.
fail,
Yeah.
actually. Reroll.
Oh, you fucker!
Get
That was a
chrono
natural
shifted.
20.
pussy.
Come on.
No crits in this,
Here's the
motherfucker.
real roll. You know what? Watch
Eat
this.
ass. Smoke grass, eat ass, and sled into hell, douchebag.
Fuck.
Sled into douchebag.
And for a moment, you see as you attempt this these enthralling words and gestures, you see the guy.
You! It's Martorius! I should have known!
And he just like pushes his finger into your eye and tries to like scoop them out. And then you chronal shift. You weave the words differently. How do you perform this?
So the way
enthralling?
that chronal shift works in this situation, so first what happens is out of her mouth as she speaks are spiders that crawl down her face. And as she's speaking, her horns grow longer and her tongue becomes forked. And the spiders slowly enwrap this person, like their head, their body, all the way around, as she becomes the only thing they can focus on.
Gotcha.
And as he starts to fight this, she instinctively reaches to his side and pulls out the thread of remembering that she was doing it and cuts it.
Yeah. You cut this, you chronal shift, you enthrall this poor old senile wizard.
To
And
free spells,
They only have eyes
bitch!
for you. You reach and you grab that spell book. I mean, I'll roll my perception check. It's with disadvantage. Still gets to make it.
Wizards are all the same.
It's not great.
Do you
Gotta
want me
get
to
that
roll a
spell.
sleight of hand?
I do want you to roll a sleight of hand, yes.
With advantage for a menthol?
No, the creature has disadvantage
Okay.
for the enthrall.
Okay.
So I got an 11.
That is a 12.
Oh, it's close.
I thought I
Even
had a
though-
bonus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
restrained as this person is, the grip tightens on the book, but you are able to extract it.
Yeah, she slides her fingers into his and releases them from the inside, pulls the book out and just leaves.
All right. Now I need you to roll me a
I will just misty step out of the shop.
3. Yeah. 4, 5, 6. Roll me a d6.
Two.
Wild. As you extract and yourself extract from the shop, you look down and you see that the book you are holding is itself enchanted And as you're holding it, the illusion begins to fade, and you are instead holding a brass disc. And as you hold it, you hear a click, and concentric rings begin to unfold into an armillary sphere. You can go ahead and add an astromancy archive to your inventory.
That's a cool spell
So
book,
this
man.
is
Those
a
things
spell
are
book.
sick.
You can record your spells in it. It comes loaded with augury, divination, find the path, foresight, locate creature, and locate object. And then it has some additional effects that you can proc, namely giving like D4 bonuses or penalties a limited number of times per day as a reaction.
What was
Add it to your inventory and go ahead and look at it.
what was the
It's
one
that simple.
What was the one that we found in the box?
The
fulminating
fulminating
treatise.
treatise.
Oh, that was
Corey
the-
is collecting spell books.
So she has an enchantment, or with the fulminating treatise was the enchanting one, right?
I think that
No, it's the
It's
evocation
evocation.
one.
Oh, it's the
it's the
evocation
boom
one. So you got evocation and
crackling.
divination.
Yes.
Fuck.
Blake,
What's up?
You little
I'm,
thief, you.
I'm a very smart woman. Could I, as someone who likes to tamper with things and tamper with the fabric of how they work, could I finagle this astromancy archive to do a couple of other things?
What did you have in mind?
So it's a divination spellbook, correct?
Yep.
So divination wizards have a really cool ability.
No.
Damn it. I had to try.
That is
You were like,
them,
no,
not their
absolutely
spell
not.
books.
Okay.
No. Very close.
I know. I just wanted
Very
to try.
close, but
Yeah.
you might be able to do other tinkering with it.
Okay.
We could
for
talk
sure.
about that later.
No, totally. I will look at those spell lists. You can go back to the guys. I will go back to
So again, 7 is your number. 7
7.
levels worth
Yeah.
of spells. Break that up
Okay.
however you want.
for sure. I will let you know.
Subtracted the 70 gold.
Yep.
What
Alrighty.
a deal.
Yeah.
But wizards
Successful
collecting
theft.
spells. That's what they do.
Yeah.
I'm happy to facilitate it. And also
Always.
successful theft. Yeah. How long does the enthrall last,
Always.
by the way? 1 minute. Cool.
Yeah, I just
Move
left.
quickly.
You probably want to start moving. Yeah.
Yeah, I as soon as I got out of the door, I
Yeah.
Misty stepped like to the next behind to the next alley behind the next
Yeah.
building over.
Yeah. And after about a minute, you start to hear,
Martorius, he's done it again!
Shut up, Reginald.
awesome.
Hey, Blake.
Lad.
Is there any way that I could have finagled to acquire this hand blunderbuss and it be cumbersome and have that quality?
You want it to be cumbersome?
The cumbersome quality lets me attack with my strength modifier.
Jesus.
That's pretty much all it does, I think. If I'm...
Oh, I see. Okay. Here's the offer.
Here's the offer.
For a
I'm listening.
hand blunderbuss, no.
No.
For a regular blunderbuss, yes. By definition, because
By
it's a
definition.
one-handed weapon, I
Yeah.
think that it's built with the opposite principles in mind. They want it to be able to be wielded with just one hand. The
What if I-
two-handed one can become cumbersome.
What if I got a two-handed one and sawed it off? Just very classic gang
You
shit
think
style.
that if you pull the trigger, it might explode?
Fuck, are you serious? God. Well, I mean, that's
There-
kind of the point, right? It explodes out though, so that's why we shield,
you know what?
rack,
Okay,
trigger.
Here's the offer, John. Yes,
Yes.
you can attempt to make some modifications. There will be a
But-
check required, and there is a possibility that you brick this.
Well, that's why we talk to the lady what knows how to do that
yeah,
kind of thing.
that I'll allow that then.
I'll buy a
So-
basic sized blunderbuss.
So that will
then.
have run you
Worth it.
75 GP. So
75. Okay.
at
well,
25, you've got
Gotcha.
the blunderbuss. It will have the cumbersome property because it already does. That's what it is. And then we can talk about sawing off the the barrel.
Yeah, that's fine. Maybe it'll just keep that misfire quality that the Exandria one has.
Yeah, weird.
That sounds right. That's what actually happens when you make a sawed-off shotgun, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. Awesome.
What a weird guy.
Grand Market, what are we looking for? Tool or components for Dandon, yes?
Yes, please.
What components again?
I need because Corey and Dandon had a week and time on the ship and definitely made a list of whatever else we need for transferring an enchantment.
Sure.
And then things to put wheels on my shoes. Start doing that anyway.
Sure.
And also anything like I'm looking for like a lens or something that I could put on the end of
Right.
my slingshot, so when I'm aiming, I
Yeah,
get-
you want that scope.
yeah.
Cool. So for the lens, for the components for like the wheels and shit, that like more mundane stuff will be roll a d10 times 10.
Okay.
The more expensive shit is going to be the transference of the magical
Sure.
properties. That's going to be treated like an uncommon like items.
Mhm.
So we'll roll that after.
Okay, so the first it's just a 4. on
So
that.
40 gold will get you all of the items that you have described. You're able to find it at between a few shops.
Cool.
And then roll another d10. This one will be times 100
Got it.
for the magical effect transference kit.
Okay. I thought it was really bad. It turns out it's not as bad.
What'd you get?
It's, I thought it was a 9. It is in fact a 6.
So 600 gold for all of
600
the
gold.
items and
Hey,
ingredients. for
Valerie,
this.
is there 640 gold left?
How is the communal gold looking after this 640 withdrawal?
Probably
and-
rough.
Oh, did John pay for the wagon, or does that need to come out of communal as well?
How much was
I
the
don't-
wagon again?
35 only.
I'm trying to do math. I'm trying to remember what my gold was at the beginning of this session. No, I need to still 35. Actually, yeah, if we can, if we can't, take it out right now. If we still have enough.
Cool. So subtract that
do
as
we
well,
have?
Corey. What is the total at now?
We are now into my funds because
Oh,
I've
okay.
covered you all. So we are now into Corey's money. So you have you have dipped into the pocket of Mom.
Okay.
It
Oh,
is
so
of
now-
interest to
But we're so we're
dance
out
into
of
the.
communal funds.
So the communal
Yes.
fund is
I can buy-
depleted.
Got it.
Corey started the game with 800 gold. Your guys are now into Corey's money.
Gotcha.
I can
So-
buy the wagon.
Oh, you can buy the wagon.
65, right?
35.
35 for the
I
wagon.
already took it out of the communal. It's fine.
I've got Dosh for
You
the.
guys can figure that out.
So Dan,
a pound?
600 and some odd that was pulling into Corey's money.
So you have 200 gold left?
No, I'm saying that we
Oh, okay.
spent.
Some of it
Just-
did.
yeah.
Got it.
Gotcha. Cool.
I need a pound of magnesium powder and a pound of copper.
Roll a d10.
D10, sure. I'm pretty. 4.
40 gold for both. 20 a pop.
Gold for both. 20 a pop. That sounds good.
Shopping episode.
Shopping episode. I drop it. Boom. Corey owes me for that one.
Cool. How's it going, December?
How's it go, December? I don't know. Do we see any interesting characters while we're walking around
Not yet.
doing our shopping? Not
Yeah,
yet.
you know.
Okay. God, I'm glad to be breathing well with my mask. Did anybody else buy one, or am I the only one
Oh, right.
that
your
was smart enough
mask.
to purchase one?
We haven't
Yeah.
rolled for
Yeah.
the mask yet.
Oh.
Uh,
No, I bought. Oh, you didn't roll for the
No, we
mask when I
didn't.
was over
Sorry.
there. Okay, fair enough.
That
What's-
was
what
just for
is-
your gun and the ammo. For the
Yeah, what's
mask,
up?
for you, that'll be a d10. You can get them for the common price of a d10 times 10. So if you want to buy
Is-
for others.
What's the nicer one? A nicer mask.
So the nicer one are the mechanical ones. Alternatively,
That's
you
what
can
I'm
get like
talking
a
about.
cloth magic one.
2.
Roll the 2, so it's $20 a pop. $20, 20 gold.
Ooh,
20
aren't
eds.
we
Is
20
my
eddies.
scarf adequate?
broke as fuck?
In fact, as you are out and about doing all this shopping, you are finding that no, it is not. You are starting to feel very tight in the short of breath. So you could risk it and just, see what happens, or John is able to buy them for 20 gold a pop. And starts packing.
Well, how about
Again,
how
I will
about
say that at the inn, the air
Yeah.
quality is better. So if we're heading there,
Oh.
if you want to linger in the streets or whatever, it's up to you. What do you want to do?
I'll do it, but I have literally no money. As Danon starts hacking, John pulls from within his cloak a mask, and just reaches out towards Dandon.
Gotcha. Cool, Danny. Yeah, you've got this cool mechanical mask. As you're looking at it, you see again this filter near the mouth, some different tubes. There are some gears you could see kind of turning and clicking inside of it. Very nifty little invention here. And you slip that on, and you start to breathe. Goggles down, mask on. Dandon, even though you are in disguise, if you weren't, you would still be unrecognizable. Gotcha. All right. As everyone finishes purchasing, Elias, did you have anything you wanted to check out?
So I'll buy myself the mechanical mask
Sure.
as
so
well
that's
as well as
20.
Dandon's.
Gotcha.
I'll just have purchased a third and just his hands out behind him for the additional gold because he's broke.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'll subtract that, and I'll chip in 30 gold for the wagon.
Gotcha.
Oh my god, thank you. Oh
Elias.
god.
7
Uncle
gold.
Elias, there
Thanks.
to help.
Thanks, pal.
This man has spent
I'll add 30
almost
gold
no
back to
money.
mine because I bought it. So don't add it to the party fund. That was
Gotcha.
out of my pocket.
Woo! Purchases have been made.
Hot.
Yeah,
We're
and
ready
we're
for the
headed-
road tomorrow. Let's go back to the inn and sleep.
Cool. You're heading back. Elias, are you heading back or are you staying out?
Yeah, Elias has got shit to do.
Is there anything that can detect shape changers?
That you can buy or that people can use against you?
Both.
Yes, to both. Detecting shape changers is something that the Hearthkeeper's Church are in charge of because the beast is their burden to bear. They possess the knowledge of how to cast spells to suss out if someone is a shape changer. So you would be on the lookout for any members of the Hearthkeepers. They wear pretty distinctive clothing or outfits, so you're able to watch out for them. In fact, go ahead and give me a perception check. As for purchasing anything like that, yeah, on that 20, you spotted back when you were up at the inn, walking up there, you saw that there were a few Hearthkeepers, not close by, not at the Chalice and Toad, but a ways off. You've got crazy perception, so you noticed their kind of robes. But down here in the market and in the factories and shops, you haven't spotted anyone. Then as
Can
for
they detect?
yeah, go for it.
Can they detect if you're a shape chamber, even though you're in your original form, or only if you're shape changed?
Give me a Arcana. Give me a. I'll allow medicine or nature as well.
Medicine.
Nat 1, eh? Yeah, you're. They seem to be quite adept.
I'm looking for information on Ghost Forge.
Oh yeah. You start looking for info on Ghost Forge. Are you just like approaching people and asking, or are you looking somewhere in particular?
Maybe listening in for now, but whereabouts would I know? Because I've met him a couple times. Where?
So Hoffrey is, again, not in Shenwald. And Hoffrey also doesn't live in Kaer Boldor. He lives very close to it. Like, a few hours away, maybe.
He's a wizard.
Yeah,
got a
he's
tower
living
somewhere.
off in his tower, or if you having met him, he's got like a forge, essentially, like a cabin where he does a lot of forging and a lot of his research in this kind of like clearing between some of the mountains. I think then that if you're looking for info or the latest about Hoffrey, it's a little bit difficult. You think you would probably have to go higher up Stenwald, both physically and socially. Hoffrey is like an important person, member of the Theurge, and a lot of his work is working with Hearthkeepers and with the Archduke himself, Eisenherz. A lot of
Okay.
common folk aren't necessarily so tuned into what he's doing.
Okay. So no like rumors or whispers that I know of.
No.
Okay. That's it for now.
Cool. Everyone reconvenes at the inn. Awesome.
How much do I need to pay for the Red Dog Inn?
Oh, just sneak into the room. Come on.
For a red dog, it's a gold a night.
Bruh.
Sure.
I mean, that is
I'll
way more
take out a gold.
affordable.
You take out a gold and you slip in.
I don't know what
spend
was
it.
wrong with the Red Dog Inn. Those beds were comfortable.
Oh, you hear Choom in your head, Dan. Oh, don't let Corey hear you saying that.
Corey wanted to be pampered. And honestly, after that week, same.
Yeah, the week on the road, it's been pretty tough, You
And the
have
week
been
prior.
sleeping. Yeah, and the week prior. It's been tough, okay?
It's been a hot minute.
Despite starting off in Morencia at, in a spa, it's kind of gone downhill since then. You all
I'm soft
turn in
and
for the night.
squishy. I need to be treated kindly.
Awesome. Yeah, Dandan.
Just a general world question as we're walking through, as I look around and perceive the streets as we are walking back to the inn. Are there any street children about?
Yes, certainly. As you make your way up, you notice no. They start to become more few and far between. Living yourself on the streets in Morencia, they are still there. They are just, in some rich assholes, safe, or not safe, but like doing thieving work.
Sure.
Whereas at the ground level and you're certain below, there are far more. So
Yeah.
you do spot a lot of children.
I am just keeping an eye out and clocking anywhere I see perhaps a game of marbles happening.
Yeah, Danton, sure enough, as the crew is making their way up, before you leave the Grand Market, you spot in an alleyway a crew. You see like a little gnome girl, little dwarf boy playing marbles.
Hey. And how far are we from the inn at this point?
You still gotta go all the way up and then walk little ways away. It's not around the corner or anything, certainly.
Fair enough.
15 minutes of just walking.
You can play. It's okay. You can do the kid thing.
I just look at John and I hand him a bag that just sounds like it's full of random nonsense. I say,
Clink, clink,
put that in my room. I'll be back later.
Cool. Yeah, did you sprint over
Understood.
and yeah, the mask. You sprint over and you find the two kids here playing marbles. Both of them have just like fabric masks, though you see like it's a lot more of it, like just physically. So probably gonna last a little bit longer, but you know, just looking at them, that these
Sure.
are like replaced daily.
Yeah. I want to do what all marble aficionados everywhere do, and I want to play for keeps.
Oh,
I am restocking my marble stash, my
yeah.
ammo.
Yeah, go for it. You start. Yeah, you run over and enter into this high stakes suddenly game of marbles. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a contested check. You're
Yeah.
gonna be playing. This is certainly going to be sleight of hand.
Yeah. And I'm going to I would like to, because I guess if we're playing for keeps, we have to
Yep.
claim which ones we're betting.
Yeah.
So I have my 4 nicest ones are the ones I'm gonna put out on the for the bet. So it's gonna be it's 4 cat's eyes of the same clear glass, but each one is just like, it's like a sliver, almost like each is a different color, like this
Yeah.
little shock through it. It's like, it looks like a set,
Mhm.
but they're just perfect and all exactly the same except for the color.
Yeah. Awesome. You put this set up. You see the little dwarven boy. You think that's nice, do you? Check this out. And puts up his little set. Very quickly, you see that these are, looking at them, you think these are all like bullets,
Oh,
but these are bullets that have like hit something. And you see in like some, there's like glass fragments, and they have been worked over and smoothed so often that this like glass has become integrated into the bullet. You see one where there are chunks of like a very pale piece of wood is fragmented and integrated into it. There's one with some flecks of stone you recognize like granite, the granite itself that you think the city is largely made out of. Then the last one, there's just like something glowing inside of it. And as you look at it, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
an Arcana check. That's sweet, sweet +0, baby. Because I never went to school. 10.
10. There's something magical about this one. And you grin and you engage in a high stakes game of marbles. Contested, sleight of hand. I shall roll for our dwarven child. That's a 17
Dirt 1.
plus 4 for a 21.
Oh! Can I use Favored by the Gods on this?
Absolutely, you can.
Do
If
it.
you have inspiration or anything else you want to
Oh, I
use,
do. Actually, I'm going to use the inspiration because we go
Gotcha.
through those pretty quickly.
use your inspiration. Trying to clear a 21.
I did. That's whatever I had +2. So
It's a tight, close game.
Yeah.
You are losing down to the final marble. Dandin, you know the stakes in this moment. You kissed your lucky marble. How do you win the game?
Yeah. I soon getting it everything lined up, and I pew look it out, and it's going, and it's rolling, and it's rolling, and I can see it. I've got such good aim, and I see that it's just about to go off course, and I'm like, oh man. And then that just little natural luck that favored by the Seraphs, I just watch it. It's like a golf shot that kind of goes awry and then turns and still hits where I was trying to get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Oh!
you see like the little dwarven boy is like about to sweep all them up, but the little gnome like puts her hand on his chest and says, "Wait!" And then you win the game. Little dwarf just like kicks over a trash can and storms away. See the girl turns to you. Thanks for the game.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, so effectively you've gained 3 + 1 like sling bullets,
Yeah.
or it could be the bullets for something else that you're using.
Yep.
And then a magical one, the effects of which you do
Oh,
not yet
right.
know.
I need to put magical marble.
Awesome.
And then I'll go back to the inn.
Gotcha. And you all reconvene in the inn, minus Elias, who is chilling at the Red Dog.
Elias being economic.
Economical, yeah. let's
Somebody
go.
has to be sensible.
Yeah, we love
Hey
it.
man, we lit a candle for him. He could sneak in.
Is there
Um,
anything you do as you turn in, as you are, resting for the night?
Coralia, I have your stuff.
I will holler from the bathroom and say, "Yeah, bring it in. I'll put it away later. Whatever."
Like into your room or
John, you just hear, you feel Choom's presence. He doesn't say anything.
Choom, go away.
I didn't,
Because you're giving me a headache.
I didn't say anything, John.
I can feel you watching.
I can't help it.
I.
I'm stuck in here, you know. I'd rather be doing something
God.
else.
Oh my god.
I'll open the door to the bathroom, I guess, with the shit in hand.
Corey is
Where do you want it?
in facing away from you and reading a book. She's got her hair up and glasses on the bed. I guess that's fine. And the bottle that she has next to her is not wine. Is not the bottle of wine she tried so hard to get. It is in fact a very dark whiskey. And it is very low.
Oh my.
I put it on the bed.
Is there something else you need?
No. Enjoy your bath.
He leaves.
Dannon has
Go to
passed out.
sleep.
John, you head off to rest. Head off to bed. Corey, sitting in the tub. Anything else you're taking care of before you head to bed?
No, not that I can think of. No. Well, I will actually put the chemicals or the compounds that John has brought me away. And I will then go from the master bedroom to John's room and open the door and then close it behind me.
John, you feel the presence again.
That's all.
Wild, by the way. A wild choice.
Wild. wild, bold. Let us say the adults converse and relieve stresses of the road.
Fade to feathers.
Awesome. Fade to the Red Dog Inn. Elias, you do anything before you turn in for the night?
Just brewing some tea. Making sure the carcass is not doing anything weird.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a medicine check. After you brew your tea and you are checking out the remains that you have so carefully gathered here. You're looking at him. You've done a solid job with your preservation. Nothing has changed. You don't imagine anything will change. It's always good to double check, right? With the aberrant corruption of the beast. Just because you're confident in one day doesn't mean something will change another day. So as long as you're holding on to this, basically, you want to keep double checking, making sure everything is in order with this.
Yeah. Oh, also retroactively, could I have also bought like more supplies to keep,
Yeah, absolutely. Supplies for
preserving
sure.
like this kind of work or and extra vials for
Yeah.
potions.
You go to like the guy you normally go to, who's going to give you a discount. Roll that D10, and this will be halved. You've got a good relations here. Four? Did you say 4?
4.
Okay, yeah, 20 gold will restock your supplies for any like preservation, just straight up surgery, like anything you kind of want to do medically on the road, as well as your tea.
The amazing tea that he
you
makes.
got the magic teapot, right? You still want to get some more mundane leaves.
Sometimes you just want a regular brew.
Sometimes you
Doesn't
just
have
want
to
a
make your
freaking
strength
herbal tea,
25.
yeah.
Or make
This is why I
your
always
size
go
large.
to my guy.
Yeah, you go to your guy and you get hooked up. Awesome. With that, then, everyone can go ahead and take a long rest, and we are going to take 10. We'll come back
Yay.
and see the next day rise.
And hopefully meet Kane.
Yeah, word. This is where we're going to start to accelerate travel as well for the second half.
Buenos.
To go.
We're ready.
We are unpaused and ready to go.
Welcome back, folks.
I'm also typing to you like what John and Corey talk about during this evening.
Sounds good. And for clarity, because that took me by surprise, when the purpose of Corey's visit became apparent, Shroom did excuse himself from your mind, John.
They
did
would have
giggle?
began talking back and forth about
Yeah.
things.
He giggled. He said, "I was about to make a joke, but well, I think I hear Dandon calling for my help.
Goodbye.
Didn't excuse himself. Yeah.
No. No.
Yeah, Vel and I discussed it.
Yeah. They have a whole conversation.
What's up, Dandon?
I want, because I fell asleep early, I want to get up as early as I can and go and wait for the wagon to be delivered.
You wake up early, and you find that the wagon has already been delivered.
Perfect. So I would like to take out my charcoal and my little bits of paints and little things that I have, and I would like to. I'm going to put this in the general chat.
Oh God, Dandin with the branding. That's all right. I
I
want
want
Dandin
to
to handle
do
the branding
something
anyway.
kind of like
Dandin.
this, like that old-timey Western
Oh yeah.
thing, but I want it to say Killjoy's Traveling Apothecary.
Amazing. Yeah, you go ahead and give me a I'll say sleight of hand for you sketching this out. Takes indeed a sleight hand to be an artiste.
Yeah. $19.
Yeah, you do a pretty solid job. You're doing it in charcoal, right? So it's written in shades of black. Sketch out Killjoy's Traveling Apothecary. Are there any flourishes you add or
Yeah,
particular...
so I it's that kind of like old-timey westerny font for those old apothecary things. So it's like big and grandiose, and it just kind of like slightly gets smaller the further along it goes, but not by much. Just something eye-catching. And you know, it's just the charcoal outlines of it now, and then eventually we can get like paint and we can fill it in better.
For sure. Yeah, you sketch an excellent outline to which you will add in the future. If you make it to the future.
No. I'm afraid.
Yeah. You know what? You should be now. In fact, Dandin,
Yeah.
as the first up, I need you to go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
You have a -4 on top of whatever
Oh.
other modifier you have.
Oh God, what does that mean?
Well, I rolled a natural 20. I have a +2 -4. So
Remarkable.
-2.
-2. So it's an 18, but it's a natural 20.
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check, please.
+0, baby.
+0.
4?
Yeah.
You think you're about to sneeze. And it passes. The rest of you, how do we wake this fine morn?
I'm sleeping
Couldn't
in.
get match sleep.
Or you sleeping in? What was that, Elias?
Couldn't get much sleep.
Didn't get much sleep. Yeah, you stayed up pretty late trying to find any information you could, tracking down supplies.
John is probably also sleeping in a little bit.
Awesome. We'll say 9 a.m. rolls around then, in terms of sleeping in.
For these people, yeah.
Dandin, 9 a.m. rolls around. You've been up for a while now. You spend, an amount of time working on the sign,
I'm
certainly.
doing the shading now as well. I'm just
now
like,
you're shading, yeah. You're giving it some some depth, some
Yeah.
shadows. It's looking like, honestly, really good.
yeah,
You just hope it doesn't rain.
fuck.
John, as you are sleeping in, I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw. There is, again, a -4 to whatever the overall roll is. Danny, you got inspo, by the way.
A 19? 17 plus 2 instead of my normal plus 6.
So 19 was factoring in the -4? you
Yes.
said? Gotcha.
Yes.
Remarkable.
Overall plus 2 instead for me, so
Go ahead and give me
19
an
total.
Arcana check.
Plus 0, baby. Natural 20.
Noise.
Someone has just cast a spell on you.
Do I know if I failed or succeeded?
You have succeeded. Someone failed in casting a spell on you.
Kind of like sit up. And inform the witch I shared a bed with last night that that somebody is attempting to scry on us.
I
She's right there.
will.
You know, that's kind of her whole domain as opposed to mine.
What do I have that can help us with this?
I'm willing to bet it's the robot.
Oh, no way. You think it might be the robot that's been chasing us?
Corey, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw with a -4.
That is a 15.
Noted.
Ugh. I don't like it when
Noted.
you say that.
I'll use this against you later, is what he's saying.
Corey, do you respond to John at all?
Do I notice that there's been a spell cast on me?
You don't think so.
Okay.
Whatever it was
You
failed,
yourself,
so
you don't-
I might be
don't think
trying
so.
again for
You don't feel anything.
Elias or for Dandon.
Right.
Or you if they haven't already.
Fantastic, which means that there's a possibility somebody already knows where we are. We need to go find the kid.
We need to get out of here fast.
Quickly.
You wrangle the boy. I'm gonna go find Elias at whatever red dog he was staying at.
Alrighty.
And I
Cool.
will do just that as I
John,
get
you-
dressed.
Yeah, you get dressed, head outside. Elias, are you still at the Red Dog?
No, I've already been up.
Yeah, you're
For a
up.
bit.
John, as you get up, you walk outside and you see Elias heading. You're like just about to walk into the inn.
Oh, that's convenient. Found him. Where's the kid?
You look over and you see a wagon that has this remarkable sketching on it. And you see
Ooh.
Dandon just vibing, adding some more shading here and there, a flourish. Remarkable work. You've never seen Dandon practice art before, but
Fantastic.
they are
art.
an excellent artist.
This is splendid.
This is an outline. We'll need real paint.
That's good, actually. I have a suggestion / request.
Okay.
Can you add and medical? Because I provide and Elias provides genuine medical services aside from selling tinctures and apothecarial goods.
So
He can cut people open and like heal them and do things like that. And I can ask the gods to make you better.
apothecary
Real nicely.
and physician. That physician's too big. Medical. Yeah, medical's fine.
Dandon, you're gonna have to erase a section if you wanna erase, scrub
It'll,
off or
it'll work. It's a sketch.
unless
My
you want
second
your- Then again, I mean, like you said, it gets smaller. Perhaps you can make it work.
Yeah.
My second thing is a suggestion. You should make Killjoys a separate font than everything else. Make it pop.
It will
Anyway, let's get Bethany hooked
more
up and get
flourishing.
the hell out of here. Someone was trying to scry on us this morning, and
Oh,
they may have succeeded. So
And
we need to
give me an
leave.
Arcana check.
13.
On 13, you do not know what scrying means.
What's
the way
that?
John said it, it's a spell, certainly.
Spying on us magically.
People can do that?
Yeah,
Awesome.
if easily.
Chum,
Yeah, hello. Hello, Dandan. How may I be of assistance?
if you're gonna be palling around, the least you could do is make it so people can't spy on us.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Can you protect us from divination magic, Jim?
Divination? Did someone scry on you?
Have you not been listening?
Honestly, no. I retreated to my own thoughts. John, I felt like I should not be present entirely mentally.
Well, that's very
I-
respectful of you, and I
was perhaps
appreciate it.
waiting for someone to reach out like young Dandan here did. So I figured that would be a respectful thing to do, John. Should I not have?
That's unusual. Did
It
you?
is indeed most unusual, Elias. I wonder what could have changed or what could have forced such a change in habit. What am I talking about, though? Let me retreat to my inner thoughts again and ponder the possibilities of denying scrying magic upon all of you. Good morning.
Corey walks out of the room and just, the last time you tried to do something like that, he killed Gristle, so let's not do that.
Well, it just got real again.
I'm going to go get Bethany.
I will work on it.
Yeah, you go over. You see Beth. You see there is like a monument of apples and oats and all other delicacies for horses that has been erected before Bethany. And you see that Bethany is standing casually munching on an apple, and cowering before her in a prostrate position is this stable hand.
Oh no.
Bethany, you gluttonous bitch, come on. We've got work to do.
You would deny me my proper reverence?
Absolutely not. Stableman.
I will say out loud.
Go ahead and load up what's in front of her into this wagon for me. I'm going to start hooking her up.
Oh, right, sir. Assuming this is what you want, oh glorious Bethany?
We might have overdone it.
Tell the child he may do as you command.
Bethany says you can do as I've said.
Righto!
And
I have a mystic connection with her.
yeah. John, perhaps you're left wondering, how does Stablehead know her name is Bethany? Bethany can only talk to you.
Yeah, she can probably write, though. She has an intelligence of 10.
Hilarious.
She knows every language I know, which is admittedly just common, but,
Just
you know,
common, yeah, exactly.
that's more languages than most horses know.
Yeah, true.
The vast majority of horses, so...
Moving with the speed that only a fearful individual can, Bethany is saddled up pronto and hooked up indeed to the wagon that you have purchased. You will be traveling in style. For long then, you are set to depart. Any final business before you leave Stenwald?
Maybe we should get some excess lumber so we can make this kind of be a pop-out sort of cart situation. Sure, we can work on that at some point, right?
There's got to be like more like on the way out of the city. There has to be like a wagon depot that we could be like, hey, can we just get
Yeah.
like a tarp and stuff?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And, I mean, in fact, the wagon did come with a
Awesome.
tarp. Like, not the
Fantastic.
greatest, it looks
Sure.
like, but
It's fine.
a nice piece of canvas, though, all the same.
Okay, that's fine. We'll make that work.
Woo!
and you depart Stenwald.
And now, Elias doesn't have to be a wolf all the time. We'll travel
It's true.
slower, but I mean,
Yeah.
we got a wagon.
Although, like when you factor in the periods you had to rest waiting for Elias to regain it, it's kind of null.
True.
You are
Yeah, it's about the same amount of
traveling
time.
the same speed, the same kind of normal pace, but in more comfort, more safety.
I
You've got this cart
presume
now.
Since Bethany is pulling, that John is commanding the carriage.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Although
And that-
Bethany would be able to do it at like will, it doesn't require
Yeah,
you there.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be there. He can do so telepathically.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he will be out there though to keep an eye on things in general.
Gotcha.
If the
And
seat
let's
up
be honest,
front-
if we're offering medical services, John is the nurse.
if the seat up front is big enough, I will also be hanging out with John at the front
Totally.
of the carriage.
Sure.
Little bench
Totally.
seat.
If not, there's enough room on the top of the carriage.
True.
Anyway, yeah. Blake, on the way out, is there anything noteworthy? Do we, I don't know, spiny, colorful individuals? I'm trying December.
December
No,
has
Fun.
a
So,
bad introductory point, which is
Not
why we're
yet.
leaving this town so quickly. All right. On the road
We're
again.
leaving this town so quickly because there's a murderous robot after us.
It's a little bit of column A, a little bit of
Beep boop.
column B. Not gonna lie.
On the bright side, murderous robot is going through the wilderness and has to deal with aberrant beast creatures to get to us. So that is a plus.
True.
As you set out, then leaving Stenwald behind, everyone, give me a perception check as you take stock of where you are and where you are headed, and with the knowledge in mind that someone is spying on us. Let's see if anyone is following us as we set out.
I think John might need glasses.
4, 5. Gotcha.
16.
Yeah, sorry, I have a weird little
16.
bendy
Oh.
pinky.
I have advantage because I have an eye patch.
Ironically.
Yeah, exactly.
18. It's okay. It's gonna be on goggles soon. It's gonna be on
It's a
goggles.
magic.
Jesus
eye patch.
Christ, Gio.
Elias coming in.
By
with
the
a
gods.
plus
Jesus
11.
Christ.
Rolled an
22,
11.
Elias.
18.
So for Corey and Dandin, you're looking around. It looks much like it did yesterday, where there is, certainly plenty of traffic coming into and out of Stenwald. Largely unremarkable, however. You're not seeing anyone who's staring at you or, pointing a weapon or anything. You believe yourself to be just part of the scenery, part of the traveling ecosystem of Stenwald. And on a 22, Elias, who would you be looking for if you believe someone is spying on you? What's kind of on Elias's radar?
Hmm. Well, I'm probably just a robot.
Yeah, I mean, it's logical, right? You keep an eye out for any metal, especially, right? You've spotted Secundo before by moonlight. You do not see Secundo.
Is there also any like scrying sensors? Like floating eyeball?
Oh. On a 22, you notice a distortion in the air above Corey's head.
Does that usually mean if it's above a person's head that they're the ones specifically getting spied on? Or
Give me
they're
Arcana.
the ones that's the They're the ones. That's the familiar
Mhm.
thing.
Give me Arcana, Elias.
Oh.
19. On a 19, you see it kind of. It's following Corey, so it's like bound to her. It's invisible, so you can't really make out details of it, but it's following Corey. And you don't. Corey does not appear to be aware of it. Which, if it were like a familiar or something like that, you think it would be that. This thing is watching over Corey.
Corey is like drawing schematics and whatnot
Yeah.
and muttering to herself.
I telepathically say to John, "You've noticed the eye following Corey. Look above her."
No, sure. Do I see it? I look back into the cart.
What is your passive perception?
My passive perception is not super great. It's a 13.
No, you don't see anything.
I don't see anything, Elias, but someone's trying to scry on us, so.
It's someone that's familiar with Corey.
As you say this, Elias, you see that distortion shimmers once and dissipates.
I think they've noticed.
Well, we're just timed out. Maybe that's all they needed to see.
Corey, someone you know is spying on you. Specifically you, it's following you. The eye was above you.
It's likely someone that also knows me. Someone tried this morning and failed.
So then it's someone that knows all of us.
Cool. 3 guesses who?
We already know the answer. Great. Choom.
Yes?
I have a favor to ask.
What is it?
You know the trick I pulled while we were out, in the deep depths beyond?
Ah, yes, I remember it like it was yesterday.
Hold on, let me look at it. Because I've got an idea. I think it's, yeah. And some... Ba-ba-ba.
You're thinking of non-detection?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Of non-detection. I think I actually have it on my spell list.
I think it might be one of the things you get from the disc.
It could
If you
be.
didn't
I mean,
already pick it.
that's that flavor, certainly. I would double check that disc, yeah.
I think non-detection would be in an abjuration one.
Oh, maybe you're right, yeah. It's like the
You
opposite
might
of
be
divination.
correct. That's
No, I have it.
hot.
You have
Yeah,
it, or
I do.
it's on your list?
I do not have it. It is on my spell list.
Gotcha.
Ha. I think I might be able to offer my assistance here, yes.
Don't be weird about it.
I'm not. I'm not, right? Am I?
No,
I'm
that
just
seems pretty
telling you
normal.
now.
I think she means during.
Oh, yes, well. Just kind of trails off.
See, now that was weird.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Can I try? I it was kind of a life or death situation before.
Yeah.
So can I attempt to dig into his spell
Go ahead.
capabilities?
Give me an Arcana check.
Come on, baby. Be nice. $25.
25 was the DC.
Meets
You-
it, beats it.
Meets it, beats it. You reach out and you feel Choom's arcane knowledge open before you. Go ahead and now give me an intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, totally. That makes sense. Corey has a habit of messing with things that she shouldn't. Natural
Oh.
20.
That's
Ooh.
hilarious.
On a natural 20, you will take half damage.
Valid.
As you are beholding the arcane intellect of Choom, you begin to see, spells upon spells upon spells in, infinite spellbook level. Like, if there's a spell, Choom has learned it. And beyond just learning it, has, like he was claiming, started to fuck with it. You're seeing a lot of, like, half-baked ideas. And as
Like-
you, behold them, you hear just, Choom's voice, or you see, a memory of him in an office just pointing at a chalkboard, like, fireball, but cheese! And, a bunch of different versions, varying in terms of usefulness or efficacy to, the more ridiculous, as in the cheese ball.
Yeah.
Yep, go ahead.
Kind of like how Corey started messing with things, right?
Yeah.
And continues.
exactly.
Yeah, okay. So what is the damage I take?
I'm just rolling
Please
it
don't
right
kill me.
here. So you take 13 points of psychic damage.
Ouch. Okay.
Instant, cluster headache. But you
Uh,
are able to successfully latch on to non-detection and learn the spell.
Yes.
So with the spell learned, you can now prepare it in your spell book and
Okay.
cast it.
Yeah, that's fine. I will add it. Add it.
Cool.
All right.
Ah!
We can't do that very often. That hurts.
No, we cannot.
Uh,
It's dangerous. There are some things once seen that cannot be unseen, you know.
Tomb, I've already seen most of your life.
That's a horrifying prospect.
That was what happened when I went to the when I teleported back.
But you haven't seen everything.
I don't want to see everything. You don't want to see everything. Non-detection.
Non-detection
Right,
is now
on
spell
to-
learned.
On to Kerboldor.
Man, I'm on a
And-
roll tonight.
Yeah, learning a lot of spells. And now you set off for Kerboldor. We are going to enter into a period of downtime travel, going at a normal pace. Again, about a week from here to your actual destination. You, as a party, can discuss managing these rations during the trip. We stocked up for that week's ration, so we can just burn through that pretty straightforward.
Corey makes
mean-
very good, very simple breakfasts that
Mhm.
are filling and enjoyable, and
If our
continues to feed them.
our people more inclined to nature walks find any food, that's up to them.
Yeah.
But if they even want to
Compromise.
pursue that,
Yeah, Elias, if you want to give me a survival check,
you can.
depending on how well you do, we might be able to save some of those rations.
Could have some.
Oh! By the gods.
Going to the nat one.
Oof.
Tough pickings. Slim pickings out there.
I'll use the inspiration.
Use the inspiration on a 13. You can go ahead and on a 13, you can save 3 days worth. So you can expend 4 days worth of rations for everyone. So 20 units.
But also, as we are traveling, just
60,
as
pardon me.
over the course of the days, I would like to be continuing, because I figure working on tinkering stuff should wait until we're like in a settled place for a little while.
Mhm.
So while we're traveling, what I want to do is just keep trying to collect herbs and just making healing poultices,
Yeah.
and just start putting a meager stock in our wagon.
Yeah, you start stocking that. Go ahead and give me a medicine check, Dandon,
Cool.
to prepare these poultices.
Oh,
Corey would have also grabbed the herbs necessary to make poultices while she
Yeah.
was in. That was what.
Yeah,
Yes.
you had stocked up on that as well. So
16.
you got plenty. Yeah, on a
Jeez.
16, you are able to prepare, let's say here, you've got 4 poultices prepped.
Hey,
Effectively
Which
potions.
brings us to a grand total of 5.
Yeah.
Blake.
What's up?
Since Corey has consistently been making Dandon do schoolwork and math and
Ugh.
like writing and all of those types of things, would you allow that to be me assisting her in training a half feat over time? Not right now, but like
we have in mind.
something that increases like intelligence or wisdom.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. This can contribute
We
to
had
that.
we had actually talked about that. The artificer initiate feat.
Yeah, that
learning
one.
from Corey
Yeah.
Mhm.
over time, because it'll just give me a cantrip. I'll get proficiency in Tinker's tools that I now own,
Yeah.
and I get 1 first level spell.
Yeah.
I think.
I'll say that this period, this will contribute half towards that.
Cool.
So
Okay, cool.
you'll need another downtime, and then
Sure.
you'll be able to get that feat.
Lovely.
I know math is hard, but you need to actually be doing the things that I give
Uh,
you. Please.
It's
You will
so
not understand
boring.
how to build proper anything if you do not use the math. I don't like math either.
We sure push it a lot.
Would you like to make something with me? To make you feel better?
Yes.
Do you want to see what the schematics I've been working on for your slingshot are? And she'll like pull out the scrolls of the slingshot. And what I had in mind for the slingshot is a way to make it easier to transport, like attaching it to a gauntlet, where it can be pulled taut and lay flat.
Yeah.
And also has a spring lock mechanic, so it will be able to extend the distance of her fire shots.
Long range.
Yeah, and now it like sits attached to these fingers and like launches back. Yeah,
Yeah, where we're getting
Cool.
into like web slinger.
I call it a spider shot.
Oh, it's so cool.
that's dope.
That is dope. Yeah, that is dope.
We need to immediately get to Care Boldor and be in a place.
We're gonna need to trademark this, yeah, right away. Or I guess patent it, actually, right?
This is
This is huge. Potentialist represents huge.
I have a question, Blake. During this downtime, now that John is being forced to shake off a lot of rust.
Yep.
I imagine once upon a time when he was a younger man and potentially higher level, considering the stuff he's done. Do you think I would be able to begin training the Great Weapon Master feat?
Oh. Yes. Yeah.
Taking
absolutely.
time wielding explicitly
And
large
start
things.
doing the drills. I mean,
Yes.
for a great weapon master,
I've probably done them before once upon a
it's,
time.
You know, it is going
Yeah.
to be the sword that you're working with.
Doesn't
Doesn't
that
have to be
is
unsheathed, but
that's true. That would be the best option. I could also technically use the long sword.
Oh, true. You could, two-hand it. You could also do that. I think
Because
as
that's
you spend a day training with that long sword, and the next day that you go for it, you feel a tremor on your back, and you feel like as you're reaching for the long sword, your stomach turns. You feel disgusted by it for a moment. What a pathetic tool. A pale imitation of the true thing upon your back.
I think on the second day, John ties like some rocks to his arms as he's swinging the longsword.
Yeah.
But he ups the intensity a little bit.
Yeah, you start training the longsword again, but making it a little bit more intense. Awesome.
Just over the week.
Yeah, you start
Working towards
again,
that.
Similar to Dandin, this is progress made. Not quite there yet, though. Getting there. I wrote into my notes asking, what you're all going to get up to during your downtime. Fool that I am. Should have known you would leap at the chance already. You don't need that kind of prodding. As we are doing this downtime travel, though, I think the camera zooms up and we lose sight of what are we? The Killjoy,
The Killjoys.
Killjoy's apothecary and physician's wagon.
Yeah.
We lose sight of it momentarily as it begins
like
to
that.
travel the road to Caer Buldor. And we find ourselves drawn to another figure, a more mysterious figure. One that is, in fact, closer to Caer Buldor, though not that much closer. Ahead of our party on the road, we find... Well, December, who do we find?
So do you want me to describe Kane?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, apparently, probably just walking because he never has any money for anything else. Is a relatively tall drow man, just about 6 feet. That dark, like ash gray skin that all drow have. Very short, cropped white hair, dark purple eyes. Everything he's wearing is black, from the very long duster that he has that has some faint white accents on it, but nothing too crazy, to his just simple canvas pants, his boots, and the kind of waistcoat style vest that he wears underneath the coat. And he has a black utility cap that he wears on his head. He is very well armed with what appears to be 2 rifle cases slung over his back. You can't see what's in them, but they appear to be guns. He has a belt that is studded with bullets, half of which are the regular casing, half of which appear to be silver. And he has 2 pistols, one on his hip and one in a shoulder holster. The most obvious thing that people would see, though, when they first see this man is he appears to be covered in white ink, whether it's paint or tattoos. It's a little hard to tell. That make up sort of the outline of a skeleton over his entire body. The vest is low, so you can see it on his chest as well, that it kind of goes up, and the paint marks where his sternum would be in his ribs. It goes down and even can be seen over his fingers because he's wearing gloves that do not have fingers. And on his face, in a much more delicate way, is a outline of a skull, complete with black ink surrounding both eyes to mimic sockets. And he's also wearing a chain around his neck with a small silver symbol. And he is making his way on this road, very determined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope as hell. I mean, Drow Gunslinger, of course the gloves are fingerless. Come on.
Obviously.
And what is your character's name again?
Kane.
Kane. As Kane is walking to his destination, believe it or not too many people stop you. Most folk, as friendly as they might be, once they get a kind of good look at you, clock right away. Oh, okay, this person. Okay, those are guns. Okay, is that skeleton tattoo? Okay, I think I'm just gonna keep walking. Man, the most you get sometimes is like a kind of faint smile, a little bit of a wave, or a nod of the head, but largely people give you a wide berth.
Yep.
How does that make Kane feel?
Kane is very used to it. Anyone who acknowledges him, he will acknowledge back. He's
Yeah.
usually just like kind of nods or tips his hat, but he's very determined as well. He has places to be, and it takes him a long time to get places sometimes.
Yeah, certainly. For Kane, this question for you, December.
What up?
Your goddess
Mm-hmm.
that Kane has a deep connection to. Has Kane spoken with this figure, do you think? Or are messages sent and received and interpreted in more occult ways? Indirect.
He will speak to him sometimes.
Mhm.
Often it is during the short meditation he needs to sleep.
Yes.
But there are also very strong pulls in directions or things that he is supposed to do. He asks her questions constantly, but whether or not he gets a legitimate answer or just what he thinks is an answer is up to interpretation.
Yeah, your communications are sparse, but significant, certainly, to Kane, despite their sparsity. And
he always feels her with him.
Yeah. With this feeling of, I walk with my goddess, you travel now towards Caer Boldor. As both Kane and our party travel, you find that the road begins to grow more narrow, less maintained as you head into the Rock Teeth Mountains proper. You see, the path still shows signs of the Buraki stonework that characterizes its highways and causeways. Many stretches of the road here have fallen into disrepair. There are like broken stones or overgrown brush. Fallen trees, are not uncommon during your travels. The road also begins to grow more dynamic in terms of, it's not just like a straight path. After the first 2 days of travel, it begins to wind back and forth, ascending and descending to navigate the mountainous terrain. The peaks and valleys, the rivers. The temperature has also become more unpredictable. And certainly to the dismay of Dandin and the charcoal artwork, rain clouds, will form fairly rapidly and just drench you all in a deluge of freezing rain, only for the clouds to be blown away, and then the sun comes out and warms you. Overall, though, the temperature is largely wet and cold. It's fall time. The temperatures are hovering around like 10 degrees Celsius, or I think that's like 50 freedom units during the day.
Give or take.
Yeah. And then it drops down to like just below freezing at night. So you'll wake and you'll see that there is frost on the ground. Any streams or ponds will have just frozen over but melt again during the day. After the after the 7th day of your collective, though separate, travel, you find that the road once again grows more solid and well-maintained. And as this final day comes to close, the sun, once again lost around 6 or 7 behind the mountains, you have arrived at the dwarf hold of Caer Boldor. Let's go ahead and first of all move our tomb to Caer Boldor. Booyah!
Tomb!
We've made it at last.
Do you have a plan for how we're gonna get an audience with this guy? Maybe we should say we have an expert about the beast, and Elias and him can.
I wanted to talk to you about that all, actually. I wouldn't waste your time heading into Kerboldor itself. Hoffrey's always been something of an introvert. You have to head off the path into the mountains. I think I remember him telling me some years ago that he'd built a cabin or a cottage or something for himself amongst the mountains. But I missed his housewarming, so perhaps someone can point you in the right direction. I don't know.
I did remember him hiding out of a rock.
Elias, in fact, you know the path to Hoffrey's. You will be able to
Makes
guide
sense.
the party there. Yeah.
Those are like the beast guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course they at least know. Of course at least he knows about the famous one.
Yeah. Ahead of the party, then.
You have a lot of books, Elias. Have you published much?
Yeah, what's
20
publications
papers.
like?
Yeah.
See your credentials, bro. Ahead of the party, though, Kane, you arrive. Behold the city of Kerboldor. As you start to walk towards it, getting ready to explain to yet another pair of guards that no, I don't bring trouble. I just need to get into the city. I'll be in and out. You feel a tug that turns you in the direction of a path that leads off, and you see that there is indeed a little sign that describes there being a one Hoffrey Ghost Forge.
You're
Down
always
the
just
path.
full of surprises, aren't you? And I head off in that direction.
All right, enough of this cheery shit.
This cheery shit. Let's get a little punky.
Let's get a little Grimpunk.
Oh God, eh?
We should be careful if there's any traps on him. He's late.
All right. Kane, you start to hike your way along this path through the mountains surrounding Kerboldor. And, compared to the road from Stenwall that you've been following, the path is here. It's surprisingly well maintained. It's pretty easy going. It only takes you, around half an hour before, pardon me, you arrive in a clearing. There's a clearing nestled between two mountains that protect this area from the wind and the elements. Here you see that there's a nice little gentle stream. There's green grass and trees growing here. And drawing your attention most clearly, there is a brick and wood structure. It's got a large stone chimney. There's smoke actively coming out of it. You see the ruddy glow of stoked fires in several forges outside that can be seen. This light is reflecting off stone, not just of the building, but of several statues that not only stand at places, but appear to be walking back and forth in what looks like some kind of patrol.
They do be patrolling though.
Do they
Yeah.
seem threatening at all? Or are they just kind of patrolling?
As you're looking at them, go ahead and give me a perception check, Kane.
Is this in the daytime?
This is nighttime.
Oh, yes.
This is
14
certainly
plus,
nighttime.
30, 20.
Dirty 20. These stone statues, all of them have engraved stone swords that they carry.
I will
It's
avoid
not like
those the best
they're
that I
not
can.
like lifting them or anything. Troublingly, for you, as you approach, like the pathway that leads to what you seem to be like the front door or whatever, there are like 2 of them of this like dark green stone. Then there's a third of a made out of this like deep red burgundy stone. However, this third one, this red stone guardian, is fragmented. There are like the arms are not connected to the torso, and just like the legs, the torso itself is like broken into like 3 different sections, but all of the stone is floating and close to each other so that it still assumes this approximate form.
And that's like in front of the place I'm trying to get to, right?
Yeah. And then again, there are more of these green stone guardians just kind of as you're looking, as you're approaching, looks like all around the building. Like security.
Yeah. All right, I'm just gonna walk right up to the front door.
Awesome. December. If we go on roll 20 here, I've got the map up on the screen.
Yep.
Did you manage to drop a token into your character sheet on here?
I think so.
I think so. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I didn't give you access to this. I'm an idiot.
What am I looking at right now?
Am I the only one who just sees a black screen?
That's what I see.
Oh!
Okay.
That's,
Yeah, we're all blind.
Okay, cool.
Blind Choom.
I cast
like,
What have you
darkness.
done to
Yeah,
us? It is dark out. It's true.
I cast more darkness.
Can I reveal?
Choomba.
I think I might accidentally have some kind of fog of war up.
You're
I was experimenting
a fog of
with
war?
it. Word. That work? Any change?
Mm-mm.
I saw it initially, but
Let me
it went away.
refresh. Yeah, it did also do that.
Maybe
for
try
me.
refreshing it. Maybe something went wrong.
I have refreshed, and it is all black. Is it because we don't have a token on this?
Very quickly, you note that this is not a audible thing. You're not physically hearing this. This is projected into your mind.
Got it.
Greetings and welcome to Huffrey Ghost Forge's residence. How may I be of assistance?
Pleasure to meet you. I'm looking for a man by the name of Decker. He happen to be around here?
Decker is a guest of Mr. Ghostforge.
By any way, could I speak to him?
Hmm.
If it's not too much trouble.
One moment, please.
And you see the red one turns and steps / floats away, heading not into the house. You notice there's like this stone fence that surrounds most of this like almost estate, and as you see walks into there, you see within this to the north of the estate there's like a pond, it looks like, and walks back there. And as you follow this floating stone guard, you see a familiar face.
Good.
Decker, your former companion, we'll say,
He's one of the fucking
stands
priests.
stands talking with this older dwarven man who you would assume to be Hoffrey. They're a ways away from you within this actual, again, like estate, but you've spotted him. You've seen him with your own eyes, and you feel a tug on you, beckoning you forward. Specifically, the tug is in your trigger arm.
Oh yeah. Having a second person there complicates things. I'm just gonna walk right up to him, and yeah, no, Kane's not
Yeah.
good at this, but yeah, I'm just gonna walk up, and when I'm about 20 feet away, Decker.
So I'll stop you immediately. As soon as
Okay.
you start to walk up, the stone guards, the two that are still here,
Okay.
do block your passage.
I have business with that man.
They regard you lifelessly, were it not for their movement. They appears you're not hearing any communications or anything. These ones appear to not possess the ability to speak.
Let's see. You said it's night, right?
It is indeed nighttime.
How agile do these things look?
I mean, they are literal stone statues that appear to have been like brought to life somehow. You can't imagine they're that dexterous. They certainly don't look it.
Fantastic. I am going to kind of move back around the corner before I like came around.
Yep.
I'm gonna use, cause it's fun. I'm gonna use my cloak of the bat, and I'm gonna turn into a bat. And get to do that once a day. And I'm just gonna try to fly past them and land right behind the guy I'm looking for.
Okay, real quick. Do you guys see this map? Yes? Okay.
Yes.
I had to copy it onto a new one, it looks like. The size is all fucked up now. One moment while I adjust the size. Past? Did I hear correctly?
Yeah, I am going to turn into a bat. Let's see, I can't. If I land, is there a place on the roof I can land?
Yes.
Kind of keep an eye on them, but somewhat hidden. How tall are the stone?
They appear to be like 6 feet.
Okay, not worried about that then. Yeah, I'm gonna turn into a bat. Oh no, I'm actually not gonna. Yes, I am. I'm gonna turn into a bat. I'm gonna fly to the roof, and I'm gonna stealth, and I'm just gonna keep an eye. And the hope is that the dwarf man goes inside first. But if it looks like they're gonna leave together, then I'm gonna hop off the roof and take care of it.
Gotcha.
And yeah.
Okay,
so I
so
just
you turn into the bat. Can you describe that for me, please?
yeah, I just kind of move back around the corner, glance around, make sure that there's not any of the stones like actively watching me.
Yep.
Or even if they are, whatever. And I grab both sides of the cloak and my coat, and I just kind of pull it around me. And there is just a small black bat that still has white markings on it, but now it's a bat skeleton.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna up to the roof, and I'm gonna land. And that only lasts a minute, so obviously that'll go away pretty quick because it's just polymorph. But I'm gonna kind of find a place to hunker down and keep an eye. And would I be close enough to hear what they're talking about?
Certainly, once you land on the roof. Quick question: as you're polymorphing to this, are you attempting to do it stealthily, or are you happy with being seen doing this by the guards?
I'm gonna try to be stealthy.
Sure.
So.
Go ahead and give me that stealth check then.
And that's with advantage because of the cloak.
Gotcha.
Ooh. 25.
Ooh, 25. You how do you pull off this stealth maneuver of these guards have just like blocked your passage?
Because the cloak gives me advantage in the dark and dim light, I literally just kind of, when the guards step in front, I just put my hands up and I literally just step back into shadows and just kind of like wrap it around me like a fucking vampire, and then just a bat happens.
Gotcha.
That's how bats happen, right?
Indeed.
Yeah. You startled the bat clearly when you started walking back
Yeah, I
into the
startled
underbrush.
the bat out of the shadows.
That's
And
what
this-
happened.
They like tucked behind like something, like some barrels or something around the corner, and just
Okay. Sorry, I'm just copying and pasting this all over real quick here. I love having to redo maps on the fly.
Ooh.
Thanks.
Isn't it the best?
You janky bitch, you. Alright. All right. Let's get rid of these guys here. View where you should be. Okay. You stealthily turn into a bat
Mm-hmm.
and appear up on the roof here.
Did I not make a token? I swear I thought I did. I may have done it wrong.
So go ahead and drag yourself onto the scene now if you can.
Do I just grab the square?
So go to your characters thing. Yeah, just grab the name, like mouse over Kane, and drag that onto the map. Anywhere.
No.
Let me try.
It's under the little sparkly book. It's like the third icon.
Okay, yeah, so it's showing up for me as just a blanket. We can figure
Yeah,
this out later.
that's
It's not
mine
gonna-
as well. Sorry.
No, all
What?
good. What the fuck,
Yikers.
December?
What the fuck?
I made the thing and I put it in the thing, but I think I just made it for the profile and not the token.
Yeah, that's all good. Roll 20's got some jank to it. All good.
That blank square is me as a bat.
Yeah, exactly. So you look
Yeah.
down and you see Decker.
Ah, bitch.
What a slimy little fuck.
They're all
Rather
slimy little
slimy
fucks.
looking. Yeah. And then you also see Hoffrey,
A fancy lad.
elderly looking dwarf, wearing clothes that mark him as someone with, money. If the estate didn't kind of already give that away, the fact that there was a sign marking his residence, definitely a wealthy individual. And the two appear to be chatting.
I am eavesdropping.
What did you say your name was again, boyo?
It's Decker. My name is Decker, but it. What you should be worrying about is the one that's been following me, the one who has killed my friends. My letter, I thought it made it very clear that I am in a bit of a predicament, and I need your help. I was told that you could help me, that you could reach out to those that were killed and get me some fucking answers, because I can't go on I can't live my life with one eye looking over my shoulder. I haven't had a good night's sleep ever since the purges began. Okay, that's more than enough, boyo. I can see you are rather agitated. Why don't you sit? I'll have some mead brought out for us. I'm gonna need you relaxed for any reading to happen. Relaxed, yeah. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how I can manage that. But sure, let's have some mead. And you see the red stone guardian has approached. A moment, must speak with my staff. The Hoffrey looks, and they appear to be engaging in telepathic communication, that similar to what you did with the stone guardian not too long ago. Speak for a little while. Turns to Decker. My staff tell me that a friend of yours has come. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. You've got to help me. You've got to hide me. They fucking found me. I don't know. And you see that Decker is actively hiding behind this crate here. Is freaking the fuck out. Oh, hold it there, son. Trust me, no one will get into this estate without my say-so.
Okay.
It's all gonna be okay.
While they're having that conversation, I was muted for a second.
All good.
Can I pull out my rifle?
Yep.
100% already loaded. And I'm going to because now I'm worried he's going to go back inside.
Yeah.
wasn't exactly I wanted to do this, and I'm gonna aim for his head, and I'm just gonna shoot him.
Awesome.
Just 2
You
shots to the head.
line up the shot
Mhm.
as you are prepping those attack rolls.
Mhm.
The cart, the wagon, the killjoys. You follow the path that Elias describes, the path that not too long ago Kane just took, and arrive upon the scene. You can all go ahead and drag your tokens over here. We get a wagon token.
Over
for
where?
all. Am I pinging to the right
Wagon
layer?
token
Here?
.jpg. Yeah, I saw it. It's just at the top left. Andoin.
And Corey, don't drag yourself on there too. Beautiful.
Look at that big hat.
Look at
Big
that
hot
big
watch.
ol' hot. As your cart pulls up, Elias, with your passive perception, you notice up on the roof a bat turns into a. Wait, sorry. Actually, give me a stealth check first, Kane.
Another one?
Yes, up on the roof.
All right, I didn't roll on the roof. Another 25.
25. Elias, what's your passive?
31.
God damn it, I always forget.
What?
It's so
What?
high.
No.
With a passive perception of
Even with a
31,
natural 20, I couldn't have beat that.
Elias, you see this drow morphs out of this bat and lines up a shot. Go ahead and make those attack rolls, Kane.
Okay.
Elias, you spot this as the shot's getting lined up.
And I'm shooting twice.
Does it?
Ooh.
It's aiming for not
For Decker.
Joffrey,
You
right?
don't see, not aiming at you.
Oh.
You can't really see who this drow is aiming at.
A 24 and a 14.
Gotcha.
And you said I'm keeping track of ammo, right? That's
Yeah.
something I need to keep
Yeah,
track of. Okay.
please.
We didn't discuss that, so I gave him 50 regular and 30 silver
Yeah, that works.
bullets. Okay.
Alrighty, a 20 what and a 14?
24 and a 14.
Okay, so the first shot will hit, the second shot will whiff.
Okay. I like to. Can we switch it? The first one I scare him with.
Yeah, sure. You
And-
scare with the first shot. Jumps
Yeah.
up. He's here. They're here. And then you take the second shot. Roll that damage.
And that's 2d6. Oh, sorry. 7 points of damage,
Gotcha.
piercing damage.
I think you did. You add your dex mod? I think you do.
Do I get to do that?
Yes.
Oh, right.
It's a
I-
weapon.
Yeah, it's a weapon.
Yep.
So
What did I just? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points piercing
Gotcha.
damage.
Yeah, you take the second shot after the warning shot, the telltale signature
Mhm.
of Danya's messenger.
Only if I'm shooting from a distance, which was not the plan.
All right. With that, I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
There it is.
Y'all are welcome.
Make sure to click your token first and then roll initiative. So I odds it. So that I odds it correctly.
Oh, we roll initiative on here.
Yeah. I mean, you can also just roll it and then tell me what it is. Sorry.
Okay.
Just change that to 17.
Oh my god. Nice initiative. It was crispy. I rolled a crispy 5, Blake.
Cool.
I did a 22.
End turn. So 5 for Johnny. What for Corey?
22.
I so love that it gives a decimal for the initiative, Elias. I so love that.
We
King
appreciate
got a
it.
19. That's quite funny.
I got a 17.
17. Thank you. A 17 for Dandy. Funding. Okay. And now.
Battle music time.
Roll that initiative.
What if you wanted to have an intriguing introduction with your characters, and then one of said characters shot a motherfucker in the head?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine
Sounds pretty-
that?
Sounds
How
pretty
else are you
like an.
supposed to meet people?
I was gonna say that does sound like a pretty intriguing introduction.
Last character
I'm
I got
pretty
introduced
intrigued.
to being kidnapped and almost sacrificed. We're just vibing out here.
We do be vibing. Add turn. Add turn. And add turn. We got a few 9s. That's a 9 for you, a 9 for you, and a 3 for you. Jesus. All right. I think we are good to go. Corey, at the top of initiative. Just as Elias starts to point at something, there is a gunshot that goes off, followed by a quick second shot from the roof of this house. Why can't it be simple, ever? Chaos seems to follow you.
Yeah,
and
no, that's normal.
It has reared its head once more. As the gunshots go off, the stone guards all turn to look up at you, Kane. But Corey, you are free to act.
Do I see the man that just shot the gun?
Go ahead and give me a perception check. Number to beat is 25. So probably not, if I'm honest. No.
I'm
no,
a sneaky man.
Corey, like, jumps at the sound of the gunshot. What the shit was that? And, like, sticks her head out, and, I don't know what I can do in this moment, that would help the situation. I don't know, am I attacking someone? Do I need to throw a fireball somewhere?
I mean, that doesn't really seem like it's our problem. I don't. Choom, what are the odds Hoffrey just got killed?
Pretty low. Hoffrey's
Pretty
made a
low.
pretty stout stuff.
Yeah. I don't think we need to worry about this too much. I think we just sit back, and if anything looks hairy, we can just offer to sell Hoffrey our services.
Alright, that sounds fine by me.
Seems like that'll resolve itself.
Yeah, we definitely need more money in the fundage.
Yeah, I spent a lot on this gun.
It's very long, we should shorten it.
Yeah, I did ask you. I did ask if that was possible. Have you cooked
It's on the
anything
list.
in my work?
Conversation. Any actions, Corey, besides conversing?
No, I don't think she's gonna do anything. She's just gonna,
Cool.
like, slide in between Dandon and John on the front of the cart to watch the show.
Gotcha. Kane, that brings us to you.
Great. I'm gonna take 2 more shots at that idiot, and I'm gonna use my adept marksman to give myself advantage with the
for it.
deadeye shot. Does that give me advantage on just one of them, right?
I think it's just one attack. Double check that though.
Yeah. Okay. On the attack. Yep. Okay. So we'll do that first one with advantage. Roll, you son of a bitch. Okay. 19 to hit.
A 19 will hit.
Okay, cool. And that'll be 9 more points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do it again.
Go for it.
Natural 20.
Oh, huge. Go for it.
Let's go bullet dice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, fun.
That's why it takes a second. It takes them time to roll. So
Yeah.
Yeah, take some time to load.
that's 14 points of damage. And then is that just doubled?
So we were doing crunchy crits, which means you add the max value that the weapon would do. So you
So plus
rolled,
12.
now add plus 12.
Yeah, so
14 and 12 is 26.
I did 26 points of damage.
And give me a religion check.
Oh, I'm bad at those.
All of the clerics are bad
You know
at
what?
religion.
One day, I swear to God, you will make a cleric that's good at religion, and I will.
Natural 1!
Hey, you know what?
Natural 1.
That's what I get for not rolling the bullet dice.
Oh dear. On a natural 1, you feel as you take the second shot, your your goddess stirs, and your hand that carries her will begins to burn. You feel necrotic magic in it.
Not again.
It attempts to be channeled through your rifle, but your communion with Danya is... something happens. It is disturbed.
I know I'm sorry, I don't like doing the long range killing either, but there are a lot of stone monsters around.
An inflict wounds goes off in your hand, and you suffer the results.
Oh,
So you will take...
This is why we do close up, personal.
Oh my god, I rolled good too.
Oh no.
22 points of necrotic damage.
damn.
Oh, I am not okay. Do not have a lot of hit points. Okay, cool. Oh, shoot. No, I messed up the wrong one.
Displeasure is what you interpret.
There we go.
That's rough, Choom.
Let's see. What else should we do? Do I really want to burn that this early? And the answer is yes. We're using our action surge because she's mad at us. So
Yeah, go for it.
sorry. And I'm gonna take 2 more shots.
Oh, and Decker is quite hurt. Decker is
Oh, good.
well and truly bloodied.
Fantastic. I'm gonna take that first one at disadvantage or at advantage with my another
Go
die.
for it.
'What do you think's going on?
22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, and that's gonna be
Maybe the mage has a gust, and this is like some kind of revenge plot. He's got like names on a list. He kind of looks like names on a
9
list. type.
points of damage for that first shot. Do I need to take the other one?
You do clinging
Okay.
to life. You are.
Beautiful.
You have
Oh,
nearly
this is an
completed
advantage.
your work.
Good. Oh, that's a D6. That's not a D20.
They are
Rolled,
bullets.
and you were like, wait a minute.
I was like, this is different.
I don't think there's enough science to this.
The bullets are confusing. I'll get there eventually. It's gonna be a 16 to hit.
A 16.
Where's your armor class?
A 16 will hit. Armor class
Okay.
of 15. Not that
Beautiful.
well armed or armored.
Yes.
Oh man, you might just one tap. I'll say it right now. Do you clear 5? 5
Oh,
points of damage?
yeah, I did 6, 10. I did 14.
How do you do it?
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm sorry, I know. And I pull it up, and I aim, and I am channeling the, like, pain that I am currently feeling, and just right between the eyes.
Yeah. Decker has been shot several times, tried limping away finally, just screamed, and screams truly out mercy.
You had your chance.
And the scream is cut off, and silence echoes as the last sound of those gunshots echo throughout this clearing and across the water.
And then I'm gonna use my movement and try to move away back the way I came, across the roof as sneakily as possible.
Go for it. I'll say, I mean, you've been you shot several times from the roof here.
I'm assuming I need to
Let
roll
out a
another.
bit, yeah. Hiding is like an action that you would have to take.
Right. I'm just
either
gonna run
as an
for it
action or a
then.
bonus action. Yeah. So I think you're just gonna run for it.
I'm just gonna take my 30 feet of movement, and how far does that get
Fast.
me?
5, 10, 15, 20. You're at the edge of the roof. You want to jump down? You look down and you see the stone guardians looking up at you.
Can I move so I am over the, Oh, actually, can I jump off the other side? So, like, over here? Oh, how do I do that?
Just hold left
Hold.
click and it'll ping.
Right there. Can I jump over there?
Yep, absolutely.
To the bush.
I jump into the bush.
You jump into the bush, certainly.
Yes.
Go ahead and give me an acrobatics check.
Do we all just watch him do this?
This you see certainly, because you hear the gunshots go off, and then you see this drow man sprinting across the rooftop, leap
jump
over
off.
to the bush. What'd you get on acrobatics?
Just 10. No, wait. 8 plus 4 is 12.
12. Do you want to be at the top, or do you want to dip down?
I'm jumping off of the roof.
No,
Like, into the... Oh, sorry.
Into the bush, though. Do you want to be at the top of the bush, or do you want to?
We'll just
break
fall
your fall?
into it.
It breaks
will
your
try to.
fall, and you drop down. No
Yeah.
falling damage. You are on the ground now.
I'm hanging out in a bush. We're vibing.
Yeah.
I don't really get to play fighters. I forget how long it can take for them to have their turns. Apologize.
No, all good. An excellent. I mean, hey,
We play casters. Don't worry about it.
it did the job.
Yeah.
All it took was one turn.
As this unfolds, do we see what
We
kind of
all saw that drown.
You see a
run
man
into
dressed
the-
entirely in black throw himself off a roof.
And Elias, you're pretty sure there's like paint or something. It almost looks like a skeleton man.
In the dark, it's just a skeleton running across the roof.
what as this
It's a
unfolds, what kind of
skeleton with a gun!
expression?
Expression?
Yeah, do I see on his
Kane's face is completely blank. There is no expression.
No emotion.
No smile, no nothing.
No nothing.
Gotcha. That scream of mercy echoes throughout the clearing. Dandin, go ahead and give me a charisma saving throw.
Nine.
Dandin, the voice of this man screaming out echoes in your own head, reverberates. Mercy! It is the voice that you have been hearing just out of reach. To be clear, it's a different voice than the one you heard physically, but at the exact same moment, there is this shriek, this plea for mercy in your own head.
Cool.
It's more than just a scream. It is panic. It is fear. It is determination and drive. I think you are. You can tell me how exactly you are affected by this, but it is a profound surge of emotion that you feel in this
Yeah.
scream.
On the cart, as that echoes up through Dandin's brain, everybody just sees Dandin just become very alert, like already very alert from 5 gunshots going off in close proximity, but just like fully sit up, and the eyes start to like lick with flame, kind of like when the radiant consumption goes off, but it doesn't fully burst out. And rapt attention, and Dandon is going to dash as a bonus action 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And then dash
Kane.
as an action.
Kane, you see this streak of a golden child sprint past you, almost as if they are aflame.
I pay no attention to this.
I get to
Don't care.
hear,
Another Tuesday.
using my action and my bonus action to dash. All of you just watch the streak of gold off of the cart and away. And I am. That is my. That's all I can do. That's as far as I can get. Just full bore. 5, 10.
Wait, so that was your action, bonus action. So you'd also have movement, right?
Well, that was my
Yeah.
movement that was all.
Oh,
3.
you're right. Gotcha.
So I got 90.
I see. Sounds good.
Mhm.
Cool.
Let's see. I think I counted that correctly.
I think you did too. I didn't factor in the movement as well.
Okay. Let me do.
Gotcha.
45,
I go.
55, 80. Yeah, 90 feet.
Yeah, we're good. Cool. Elias, that brings us to you.
Where are you? Dashes past me. I step a couple of feet, and I say, Joffrey, are you in there?
You call out for Hoffrey. You hear, Elias, is that you?
It is I. It seems you have visitors.
Yes, and a visitor that has just been assassinated, it looks like. And is this golden child with you?
They are.
Do you want to come in and explain this?
Probably the best course of action.
Yeah, probably.
Can you tell the guards to stand down?
I think the guards are gonna make sure we're all good here, but they're not gonna stop you if that's what you're asking.
That's fine. And I kind of look at the others.
Elias,
and
do you see who did this?
hold on.
Hoffrey certainly knows you are a perceptive individual.
Let me roll for a sec. 1 second. I see exactly where Kane is. That's right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the passive is certainly more than enough. Again, you saw the skeleton sprint through, jump, slide down. I mean, you're physically, only 15 feet away.
I look at Kane straight in the eye and I go, probably best we all talk about it over tea.
Oh,
Kane holds his rifle. That's it.
And I walk. And I walk
Yeah, you
past
approach.
Kane.
I don't do anything.
That is, yeah, Elias, you walk into this estate. That is Hoffrey's turn. Hoffrey walks over here, checks on the corpse real quick, walks over here, speaks to the stone guardian, and then walks over to Dandin. I think Kyle's not here though. But we'll skip that. John, any actions? You see that Elias has apparently negotiated a conversation. Open invitation, it sounds like.
Sounds kind of nice.
Dandin already sprinted in.
I'm gonna hop off the cart for now, and I didn't see any of that shit. So what I will do as I'm walking is I'll light up my pipe and I'll take not a large drag, but John's gonna toke up and make his way. He's gonna follow Elias.
You start following Elias. As soon as you walk over, you see Kane shouldering the rifle, just looking at you as you come by, looking at Elias, at the stone guardians that have yet to act. Very much, I think, on guard, Kane, right?
Yeah, there's still no expression on his face. He's just sitting there with a gun.
John, go ahead
the
and give
iron
me...
down, boy.
Go ahead and give me, John, a perception check. As you look at this individual.
12.
12? Quality pieces. As someone who just like bought firearms, quality pieces that this guy carries.
You should put the iron down, boy. You wouldn't want to get hurt.
Nothing.
Nothing. Fair enough.
Nothing. He just
Cool.
kind of watches you and then goes back to the stone guardians.
We'll rewind really briefly. Hoffrey has walked over to you, Dandin, as you're sprinting over. And you are?
Like mid sprint.
Yeah. Has like stepped in front of you basically to
Sure.
stop your passage.
Would you allow me to, for the purposes of flavor, use a cantrip out of turn?
Yep.
The eyes are still licking with flame, and they've almost like there's no pupils anymore. It's just I guess it's gold silver now, streaking out, and my head flits up and meets his eyes, and very little expression, but Dandin's voice and another voice on top of it together say, "A cry for mercy."
Indeed. Indeed there was. You're with Elias. Are you okay, child?
I think Dan is fully fixed on one thing at the moment.
Hoffer reaches out and puts a hand on your shoulder.
Hey, kid.
I need to save him.
Well, there's not much of him left to save.
And kind of steps out of your way, and Dandin, you see the corpse now.
Yeah.
Riddled with bullet holes. Looks like 6 of them.
Yeah.
And like the last one has torn apart the face. Like
Sure.
the head is gone, practically.
Mm.
Like Revivify is not gonna do much here. It's like
Sure.
this
Oh, so
humanoid
he went.
is dead.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you did enough damage to kill him outright?
He
Damn.
is dead.
All right. Man, I never get to use Spare the Dying. I believe I interpreted what I heard. I
Yeah.
am going. I'm going
Yeah,
there.
no, absolutely. That's totally fair. And we shall resume when next we get to your turn. Or get out initiative, which is
Yeah.
likely to be soon. Kane, Stone Guardians are not attacking, but they step over to you, and one of them just raises a hand, gesturing for you to follow this man blowing smoke and telling you to put your iron down. This lizard, dragonborn, this
Dragonborn,
creature,
excuse me. Wearing a
dragonborn.
cane.
Hard to say. There's scales and something going on. And a golden child, golden silver child that flashed by. Do you follow the invitation?
Body. So yes, I sling the gun back in pack, hold up both hands, lead the way.
Corey, do you join the brigade? The conga line?
I will walk behind everyone, and as we walk into the house, I will cast non-detection on all of us.
You're not walking into the house, you're just
Oh.
walking out to the...
Oh, well, then
Clearing
when
here.
we're
Yeah.
all together, I will
Yeah.
cast non-detection on us.
Totally fair. As everyone convenes around this pond, around the corpse of a slain individual, rifle still smoking, you have met a stranger, a killer, certainly. And as you all approach, Hoffrey looks at all of you collectively, gives you a bit of a slight nod, Elias. Well, now then, don't we have a lot to talk about? That's where we'll end the session for today.
Woohoo.
Woohoo!
That was fun.